be trying to configure any kind of multi-stream service. I don't understand what's. Oh, incredibly frustrating. It's the most frustrating thing. What is wiping everything out from our end over here? Okay, so we are live on YouTube. Perfect. Yeah. I thought we had the issues resolved last week. In fact, we had two great streams back to back on both platforms, and then all of a sudden, here we go again. Week 4. It's just I think we're gonna just primarily stream on YouTube from now on. I don't know if this Twitch and YouTube are fighting with my ISP. I'm not really sure what's happening in that department, so I am not going to risk it anymore. Unfortunately, I feel like we're going to be losing our audience from Twitch for right now. I'm going to try and do some troubleshooting later on and fix potentially both platforms, because I know that there are several people over on the Twitch side of things, and I definitely don't want to leave them stranded. So I feel really bad about that aspect, but there's not much I can do if we're getting disconnected within the first 10 minutes of streaming, right? Like that's the unfortunate side effect to it. So I apologize again. Like hopefully we can get through at least tonight here on YouTube. And if anybody else has had multi-streaming issues to both platforms, let me know what you did or what you suggest, because I have troubleshooted it to the point where I have nothing else to troubleshoot. Ooh, we could potentially get a couple of kills off of this. We tagged everything. I really wish I had Boimler or something, or some way to cool down my bridge officer abilities. All right. So far, so good. No deaths. Oh, we're getting some bad lag, though. Well, where did they all go? They just despawn? I guess so. Okay, so we got one more side we got to go over to. We need a couple things to make like this in-game journey a little bit easier on us, especially just something like the emergency con hologram would be great to have. We might have to spend some more dilithium just to get a couple of things that we really need, but it's okay. I'm really not sure. Not really sure what we're gonna do though for the dual streaming aspect of things. I love YouTube being our primary platform, and I love the YouTube audience. I also just have an audience on Twitch I just don't want to neglect, and that's the problem. Is like somewhere there's a weird disconnect between us and them. Oh no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to do push-ups yet. Not yet. Let me survive a little bit longer. We're gonna be able to get this one open in time. I hope so. Got a minute left. There's a lot of people here. We should be able to. Oh, ow. All right, we are surviving a lot better than we have before here in Gonkra, so I'm happy with that aspect. It's gonna be when we go fight the Herc and everything. That's what I'm gonna be a little bit more worried about it. Perfect. Okay, look at that. All right, so we did what we needed to do. We might as well just finish this off and get the few extra marks and stuff, right? You know, we're already here. I don't know, 17 seconds. I don't think we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get it. Yeah. Can we even attack it? No, but it can attack all of us. That's good to know. That's okay. I think we still get progress though for the other two, or we get something for the other two.
We have stopped the sick Kevin from taking this. Well done.
Is it gonna let us fight it? No way. I mean, we might as well if it's allowing us, right? I don't know if it's gonna count or not, but nah. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we did get our main endeavor done. Oh yeah, we got some EC. We needed that. Okay, so now we got 3 more endeavors to knock out, and we got a perk point, and it looks like this is gonna be on ground. Oh, yeah, you know what? I like having some damage resistance ratings on the ground. Okay, so that puts us at 11. We might be able to hit 12 even with all of these right here. We might. It depends on how much we get from them. Okay, so let's leave here. Let's go do I think it's home. Yeah, we need to go do home, and then we'll go fight some Zenkethi and I mean no, not some Zenkethi, some Herc. Yeah. I need episodes. Delta. No, not Delta. What am I thinking? Gamma. This is the one. This is where,
if you'll excuse me.
this is where we're gonna get both of them. And I do have a lot of missions up that I need. Some of them I need to hide. Some of them I don't. This one I don't actually need to hide. We're gonna accept that. So the reason I have these missions up is these are going to be my transwarp spots. Plus, I was doing the Tour of the Galaxy endeavor the other day, so that was kind of helpful. But if I ever need to go to Nimbus, or if I need to, I don't know, go to wherever, really, I picked like 3 different missions with specific key points, right? So this is gonna be interesting. Because we got to clear a bunch of. Can we not skip this? Oh, we can't. Oh yeah, we can't. There we go. It was just being slow.
I arrived here ahead of then.
Enough.
Agreed.
Okay.
We may be needing your solution to this problem soon, Doctor.
Yes, since yours failed in a spectacular fashion.
And some might argue it's
Super easy. We'll be fine. Maybe. To be fair, this is only on normal, and we shouldn't have too much of a trouble with any of this stuff. I don't even know what's our mastery at. Oh, level 2. We got a long way to go on this one. I'm afraid to like take this into like an advanced or elite or anything like that. I'll have like 100 push-ups knocked out in, I don't know, 30 seconds if we do that. Wow, we actually do some damage. Ooh, but we also take some damage. Alright, so the ships are done, and then when we beam down, we just go kill the attendants and we're set. Yeah, that puts us at 13. Ooh, we might actually... Ooh, if we get double Endeavor levels today, that'd be great. There we go.
My ship won't last much longer. We need to deal with the swarm attacking it immediately.
Well, we're working on that. Just a smidge of my headset. It's a little loud. So, if y'all remember, just last week, we were doing a lot of these missions in the T5 Warbird that we had, and we were just getting melted. It's amazing, just even the upgrade of having a T6 ship, how different it is when you're running even normal content, right? Like it's crazy. Almost wish I had the Endeavor now for like the 60 Herc ships or whatever, because there's so many of them through here. Oh, we are getting hammered on this one. We might die. Is our first death coming up? I don't know. Give me some time. We can survive. We can survive. It's all these little swarmers. They are like their damage isn't much, but when they stack on you, it's a lot. Or it can be a lot, rather. Oh no. Survive.
And the heart.
Okay, so now we gotta disable the dreadnought, and then we can beam over. What drops from this mission? Is there anything in particular? Like, I don't know if I want to finish the mission or not. It's not. It's just it's a long mission. I don't remember if there's something that I didn't even check the rewards. I guess I could check here in a second. I guess I'll determine whether or not we stick it out, because like if not, once we get to the attendance part, the ground part. If we get 40 of them and the rewards aren't worth it, I'm just going to beam out. I don't really remember what we get from here. Come on. Just die. We are lacking a lot still. The other thing is too, I think I have another video to put out here this week. I don't want to give away too much of it, but it is Star Wars month for many reasons, right? And I know we're playing Star Trek, but we also have a love for Star Wars. And on top of it, I did create a theme build. I like to call it the Emperor Palpatine build. It is purely lightning based. And surprisingly enough, it can hold about 500k plus DPS. It doesn't run any of the, well, it's somewhat meta, not really. And what I mean is it has all the cooldown reduction stuff, but like otherwise there are no you are dismissed consoles, there's no plasma storm, anything like that. This thing is like just as much electric consoles I could slot on there, plus keeping the EPG reasonable to boost that electric damage. It actually works kind of well. We might show it off here on stream tonight. We'll see. We'll see how we feel later on. Maybe once we knock out some ground TFOs and, you know, at least 10 push-ups, okay? That's the idea. I know 10 is not really a lot, but I was thinking in terms of the more I die, the more push-ups I got to do, right? So, but if we survive the whole time, I guess I'm not doing push-ups tonight, so. All right, let's see. What was I looking for? Yeah, we're on home. What do we get from this? The morphogenic stuff. It's not necessarily a bad thing. This would help even more having a device full of Herc swarmers that could help attack. So I'm just trying to think if we should finish this mission. We're not ever going to use Polaron. At least I don't plan to. I just don't know if I really, really want that for 25 seconds. I think this is kind of on a long cooldown. I don't know. We'll see how we feel.
Proceed with caution.
Oh, I'm using the wrong weapon. Okay, it doesn't really matter. The weapon is not what I'm more or less concerned about. I'm more or less concerned about surviving. These guys can hurt quite a bit. If you ever fought them like normally, like you know, they can, even if you have like the best ground gear in the game, they can still leave their mark on you. My crew just like took off, huh? Yeah, see, we're chilling right here, and this is kind of why I said I think I want to put out that ground guide this week, just to really help players out that are more or less looking to get into the elite content. They can do so with their ground stuff fairly easy. All right, there we go. So did we get another endeavor point? How much did we get for this one, defensive star? I think we're gonna be close. I don't think we're gonna quite get it, but still, that was almost like 2 knocked out in one day, which means tomorrow will be great. I think it goes on until. Does it end in the morning? Does this end in the morning, or is it? Let me see. Right here, info. It ends at 3 p.m. tomorrow, so unfortunately, what we might do is, because we don't stream until 8 p.m., I may jump on to do the endeavors before stream, just so I can get it, you know? So, I mean, like, we won't do anything else, but we definitely... We don't want to just, like, hold back just because we stream at, 8 p.m. or whatever, right? So, like, I think I might do that. Because when is this? It resets at what time? So 9 hours, yeah. And then they got maintenance, and then it comes up, and I think there's like 3 hours before it goes away. So if I time it right, I should be able to, do what needs to be done as far as my endeavors are concerned. I just don't know. I don't think you know what? I'll probably kick myself in the butt for this later. But I don't want any of the rewards. I just want to go and do the last universal endeavor and then start farming our ground elite TFOs. I know, it's like unheard of to do that, but so I'm going to hide it. I'm going to hide all my missions that I'm doing for specific reasons, right? This is another one that would be good for ground, which I just have to decide when I'm going to complete this one. But it is good to have this as a ground device, just to give you kind of that immunity from damage. So it's from time in a bottle. So we're going to eventually do that one. This is my free teleport to Nimbus. There's really nothing that I want from this. Maybe the staff rifle would be kind of cool to have, but it's not using it for that purpose. So, and then of course I use the cavalry for when I need to fight ground VOD war. So, like I said, there's a bunch of missions that I use for specific endeavors or to go and do, but there's a couple of them that have some decent rewards that you can use for your ground game anyways. Okay, so let's go. What do we want to do? Defense or Starbase 1? Right. That's what I wanted to do. We'll knock this one out. And then that'll be our universal endeavor completed. So then all of our endeavors are done. All of our reputation's been slotted. All we have to do after that is farm some marks for a little bit. So that we can do them all tomorrow. Because the rest of these will be tier 3 tomorrow. This one is just really kind of bugging me out. How it's like somehow ahead. I'm assuming the only thing that makes sense to me is that it's got to be the Gamma recruit, but I don't know why it's just counter command. It should be 2 others as well. At least I'm almost certain that's how it works, right? You have the Gamma recruit gets 3 or 4. It's 3 or 4 that are tier 5, but some reason I'm only getting boosted on the counter command, so I should be getting boosted somewhere else. I don't know where. I might have to jump on him just to kind of like make sure, because it's really odd. This should not be the case whatsoever. It should be whatever other 2 reputations should be getting the extra. I'm actually surprised this isn't popped yet. I figured a lot of people would be doing this one. There we go. I guess if I complain enough, it'll happen, right? Isn't that how it always works? You just complain a little bit and then it happens.
Listen up. The war has.
All right. So we're gonna knock this one out. Be done with our endeavors for today, and then we'll go on to yeah, we'll do our elite ground TFOs because we've been killing it in that front. It was kind of the joke of the video. Was it Saturday that I uploaded it, or Friday? I don't know. The days all blend together, but that's kind of the joke of that whole portion of the video, was because like I was just running around and like not dying, and I was like, this is great. You know, so you know what, I should parse my DPS right now just to kind of get an idea of where we're at. I wouldn't be surprised if we were pulling like, I don't know, a whopping 10k or something like. And normal is a lot more scaled back than elite TFOs, so like we wouldn't really have a full on damage gauge. Oh, somebody's using somebody's using the Pavo set. I know it because we use it on our main account. That's that 3-way pulse or whatever. Wee. Over here. Oh yeah, and the Tholian event starts tomorrow too, so that's another event that we're gonna get Bob to roll on, so he'll get at least the reward for that and a couple of specialization points and everything, so it's gonna be good. And the good news is on the main account, which is kind of funny, so we released the Grawl build, and I said, yeah, I don't have the Tholian Warp Core yet. And guess what goes on sale tomorrow, and guess who's gonna have it? So we will have the Tholian Warp Core come tomorrow, which is fine. You know, I got it on console. I just didn't have it. I wasn't here for the event on PC. So now we'll have it over here on PC and console, which means I'll have to rebuild the Grawl and give you guys a 1 million plus DPS video. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I might tweak that build a little bit and kind of play around with it. There is something that I've recently acquired that I don't want to spoil too terribly, but there is something I've recently acquired that is making me consider switching out a console because it's just putting out so much damn damage. I may be considering getting rid of the Dark Matter console, and I might put another console in there, but we'll see. I still like the build that I put out. I still stand by the build I put out, but you know, it's kind of like one of those things when you're like, what if, you know, what if I did this? What would happen? And then it happens and you go, ah, hindsight, you know. What marks should we get first? Let me see. What marks do we need? Probably competitive. Yeah, because competitive, our queues for competitive are pretty much non-existent. So we can get competitive from this. We can do our what's it called, event, first contact day event. Grab some. Is it Nukara's? The other one that we can't get from the ground elite TFOs? Yeah. So we'll grab our Nukara from that one. So we'll get those. Oh no, we can't grab competitive from here. I was for some reason thinking something. It's a Monday. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a Monday. And if you are wondering at any point like why I chose to go Disruptor with this free-to-play account, it was simply because the Disruptor consoles were the cheapest at that time on the exchange. And I know that like there's a lot of good Disruptor weapons out there that are very comparable to like phaser weapons, so I just kind of used that as my logic, was like they were cheaper to start to build that way. And then I just rolled with it from there. So even though like it looks kind of like thematically wrong on the intel, we have to do what we have to do to be elite ready, right? So that is why I made that choice.
Evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
And I do like disruptor weapons anyways in general. There's a lot of comparable weapons. I think phaser is just very easy and straightforward, but it's also like kind of expensive, especially if you don't roll them with the ISO mags, right? You don't roll them and then you got to pay for them if you go that route. I think one, at least last I checked here on PC, one phaser ISO mag was like 19 million EC. It may have gone down, but that's again like why we decided to go disruptor over here, because when we bought the Disruptor consoles, they were only like 300,000 EC, right? So, and we got what, 4 of them? So we got 1.2 million for those versus 19 million for one console. And then of course rebuilding our EC, we're at 2.8 million right now. So I mean, you know, you gotta kind of like price it as you're doing your free to play build. You got to just kind of keep in mind, like, how can I achieve my goal without... I mean, of course, you can still do it with phasers and just know it's going to take longer to achieve that, right? But just that alone, you would have to run 15 successful toward the galaxies a day just to... And I mean, by successful, I mean, like, to get the full monetary value. And then you might not even be able to do that because maybe you don't have, like, you know, the engines or the consoles you need, or the starship traits or the personal traits like lead foot or something, right? So you might not have everything you need to do that. And that's exactly what I encountered when I did Tour of the Galaxy for the Universal Endeavor last week. I only did like the bare minimum, barely. I think I did like 7 systems and we needed 6. So that just gives you an idea of like, if you're not even equipped to do it, you're not gonna be able to get it done. I mean, like, at least fully. You'll still get some of it done. You know, I was able to like rack up a whole like 400,000 EC or something, but you're not gonna get the, you know, 1 point whatever million you get from doing a full tour. What's missing here? What are we doing? Oh, we got one loner out here. Yeah, okay, there we go. So now our universal's done. Yeah, let's grab these discovery marks. And now we'll go do our oh, now I gotta look if Nukara is Can we hold off on Nukara for like a day or two? Let's see, because where's it at? Yeah, we have 45 there and 31 there. The rest of these marks are very easy for us to obtain because almost all the ground elite TFOs cover them. It's only competitive and Nukara that we have to obtain elsewhere or do like a normal space mission to get them done. Because there is like no, or something like this, get the 50 mark choice box. Now we're talking. Okay, so now we get competitive from that, and that was just from the Endeavor, so we got extremely lucky for that. That does not always happen. That's not a guaranteed thing, so just keep in mind, like, you might not always get marked choice boxes. Oh, do we salvage these? I mean, they're just, yeah, let's just do it. Yeah, I've been building up salvage too, just so I know, like, at that point. Let's buy some Phoenix boxes too. Let's do that. Dilithium is the one thing that's going to kind of kill us at this current time, but it's not so much. Reason that I need a bunch of things from here, including but not. I think I need to go down to a very rare, yeah, because we need the emergency con hologram. Neil Falconer wouldn't be too bad either for extra damage against the Borg, but we definitely need this duty officer. He's going in my overflow right now. I might, and that's the other thing, right? These would help us with our admiralty. So I might just burn this ultra rare down to. Let's just do that, right? Let's just burn it down to here. Let's grab what we can. I think this is going to be very important, but I'm thinking that these are also all going to be important one way or another. I think I'm going to grab him. I am going to grab him. And then we're going to grab this. That's weird. Shouldn't I have gotten this from the event? I'm late, but I'm here. What's going on, Ponderman? How are you? No worries. We're actually having a little bit of a rough stream, only because, once again, we have to neglect Twitch. Even though we got it fixed last week, it just... Twitch and YouTube are fighting on my end, and I think they're fighting with my ISP. So, yeah. That's the unfortunate thing. Okay, so now we have our... Where are you at? Where is he at? We've just been rolling with... Oh, yeah, it might... Let's see. I think I'm going to get rid of... Go over here to my roster. Let me see. We're kind of having to be stingy with our duty officers because all we get is whatever that came out of those, you know, the level up boxes and stuff. Well, glad I'm on YouTube. It's only a temporary thing. I either need to contact my ISP and just say, hey, look, like, what's going on as far as this is concerned? Because the thing is, it's crashing without crashing. And the way I mean that, and it sounds weird, is it shows that I'm still live on my console and I have no errors, no nothing. The only way I'm knowing I'm disconnecting is that when I drop to 0 viewers and then like nobody says anything or anything like that, and I'll go and pull up the stream and it says I've been offline for 10 minutes. So I'm not even getting notified that I'm disconnected. It's just dropping, right? And so then I'm like, okay, let me fire it back up, and it'll fire up both of them, and then within like 30 seconds I get disconnected again. I'm like, all right, this is just enough is enough. So, but now we've been consistently live for the last half hour over here on YouTube, so it's just like they're fighting, they're conflicting with somewhere. Something is happening. I've already adjusted my bit rates. I've already adjusted like all my stream settings on my end, all the way up into even allowing things specifically through like I have like a low firewall setting, just enough to where it's like not going to be blocking the incoming traffic for Twitch and the outgoing traffic or any of that stuff, right? So I am at a complete loss of what to do. I have watched probably like 10-15 videos of like trying to figure this out. I've never had this issue prior until where I moved to now. And I think it's just something with my ISP. I really do. Like I never had this issue. I used to dual stream all the time back before, you know, we started streaming STO. And now I'm just like, yo, like this was never an issue before. Now it's an issue. So I'm hoping I can get some kind of resolve here soon, because I do have a good core audience on Twitch that I don't want to dismiss entirely just because like the internet wants the internet. Okay, now done on that spiel. Let's put this emergency con hologram. Finally, that's a big thing, right? Emergency powered engines, which please tell me I have that. I don't, so we need to go get emergency powered engines. That's fine. But it's definitely gonna help us out. Somehow I don't even know how I got this. It must have came out of a pack, but we can create an aftershock gravity well that we don't even use. These definitely came from just claimable stuff. So it's not like we really have a whole lot of good duty officers or anything, right? But we will eventually sort that out. Neil Falconer, you put him here, and now all of a sudden your ground and space damage is increased by 5% no matter what when you fight the Borg. So that'll just help us whenever we start getting to that point. Why didn't this salvage? I don't know. Okay, and then these two, I'm just going to put them towards Phoenix upgrade tokens because, hey, makes sense. All right. I need to do we need to do this. What am I doing? Have this. I guess we'll go build a rocket. Or we could do synthwave. Look. Here's the other thing, right, for tonight, and I do mean this. If I die at all during this mission, we will kick on the push-up camera, and we're gonna go do 10 push-ups every time I die. Because I've got to learn to, you know, play like a conservative new player that's not just, you know, gonna be willy-nilly running into every fight. Like the first couple times, it's funny, right? But then, like afterwards, oh, we went into synthwave. I meant to do Battle Wolf 359, but that's fine. I like this one too. I just I don't know if we're gonna really die in this one. We'll see. Maybe. We shall see. I think this is my first time running synthwave on here on this account. Because usually we just do the model rocket event or the Battle 359, and we've done the ground patrol. Yeah, this is the only one I think I'm missing from like first contact day. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh well, it worked out. It worked out well for us.
The synth are turning the defense net against targets on Mars.
Okay, so we'll go out here
Evacuate the engineers at the outer perimeter
and pick
first.
them up. I mean, you can die in here. My boy's about to be swole. We're working on it. We're working on it. Like, I mean, I guess I kind of want to put my money where my mouth is situation, right? Like I always say, like, you know, take care of your body, take care of your mental health thing, right? And sometimes, like when I stream for a long time, I can tell, like when I get up and everything, I'm like, oh, I sat down too long. So I'm kind of like trying to find ways to like make it both fun and incorporate like a little bit of fitness in the same stream. So like if I gotta go and do some push-ups, then I gotta go do some push-ups, you know, like that's the way I view it. Is it gonna suck? Maybe, but it depends on how many times I die. Now, had I done this last week, that'd be a whole different story, because we were just dying left and right last week. But I didn't really think about it until like after the stream and everything, because like, you know, I try to work out every day if possible. You know, like in one shape or form or another, I try to work out every single day. But like sometimes when I stream and stuff, I notice like I'm not as active. I'm kind of lazy, and I don't want to be that way. Like I kind of want to have my cake and eat it too. I'm gonna get this Federation cruiser. Yep. Is this a 2-person? Let's drop these off right here. I like how like they attack the cruiser and everything, but they won't like attack you at all. As I said, I don't think we're gonna die in this one because like they're more worried about like stopping all of this. You don't hardly get attacked in here. Like you can, but they wanna try and stop the ships and whatever from getting free. How many have we? Oh man, we're kind of. I don't know what everybody else is doing. I mean, I'm trying to do the objective, right? But grab that one. Oh, we got a frigate right here. Let's just drop off our one dude on this frigate. There's a transport over there. There we go. We'll send out the frigate. That'll help. Then we'll grab one more for the transport. Of course, if I really just honestly, if I really wanted to like push the whole like do push-up things, I should just throw myself into elite queues in space and everything. I should just be like yellow, right? Like there's enough DPS in the game for people to like carry me through there. At least like you would hope so, right? So like at that point, if I die, it's purely like on pilot error at that point. Like it's just purely like I didn't stay out of stupid and I died. So like if I really wanted to challenge myself, I guess I could do that. I just feel bad for everybody that would have to carry me at that point, because like there's no way we're even like remotely close to being space elite TFO ready, right? But we could do another challenge in the process is kind of where I'm thinking. I have a hidden agenda. All right, let's go grab this transport group right here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll think about it. I don't want to be like that player, because like I've been in those scenarios, which sometimes I don't mind because it's like I don't care. I can carry a TFO on my main account, but like sometimes I hate being in that position because it feels like the TFO goes so much slower, you know. And especially if you're just like trying to jump in and like do whatever it is you're trying to do. Are we both delivering to the transport? Why are you following me? I mean, it's fine, but we got plenty more pads out there to go pick up people. At least we're getting them somewhat. Slowly but surely we're getting them. I really love this ship though. Like that's the one thing I was so happy when I got it yesterday or the day before, whatever day it was. I think it was yesterday, but I was really happy when I got it because it's like I love the Sovereign. I think it's one of my favorite enterprises. If I tell everybody what my favorite enterprise is, I'll probably lose like all 1,700 subs, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just kidding. I really don't care if you know it or not. Aesthetically, I love the J.J. Abrams Enterprise. I really freaking do. I love the hot rod look to it, and I don't care. I think it is just aesthetically pleasing to the eye. It's just like it's like your 1950s hot rod car, and I think as a fan of hot rods, like I do love the way that Enterprise looks, and I will stand by it forever. But the Sovereign is right up there with it because it's very sleek in design. I like these ships because of the way they aesthetically look, right? They're just amazing looking ships. So that being said, I hate the Enterprise D. I know that's blasphemy, but the Galaxy class is just an ugly fat ship to me, and I don't like it. So you know, the unsubscribe button's somewhere around there. I know I probably lost a couple of you on there, and I apologize for that. But that's, you know, yep, see, right there. There it is. No, Ponderman, come back. But And my all-time favorite ship of everything is just because like I grew up with it, like many others have, I'm sure. Is the Constitution, the original Constitution from the motion picture, not necessarily the 1960s Constitution. I mean, it's okay. But yeah, when that first Connie came out, oh my goodness, I love the Constitution. It was just like, oh my god, this ship is amazing, you know. So I think that's why I said, like, you know, I have this thing about like aesthetically pleasing stuff, and the Connies, both the Connies, like J.J. Abrams' Constitution and the motion picture Constitution, they hold a special place to me, because I'm just like, man, it's the Enterprise, you know. But the Sovereign is like, it's right there with them. And when I saw First Contact back in, what was it, 96 or 97? I don't know. It's been a long time. I think it's 96, right? It's been 30 years. Yeah. So 1996 when I saw it, and like it comes across the screen for the first time, and it's like just so slick looking. I was like, damn, that is a bad ship. That is a ship that, like, you just know it's ready to go and just battle the Borg, right? Like Picard has had it. He was fed up at this point. He's like, I've already been Locutus. I'm tired of you assholes. Like, give me a ship that is just like ready to go blow them to bits. And as soon as that Sovereign flew across the screen, I was like, yep, it's about to go down. So it's one of those things. It's a special ship to me. And the fact that Cryptic actually did a big win with this ship, I gotta give credit where credit's due. I mean, this is a very awesome bridge layout. It's a very, it's a 5-3 ship, which, you know, 4-4, 5-3. I mean, honestly, if you're a good pilot, you can make either of them work. I mean, you really can. I know some people are like, oh yeah, 5-3, 5-3, 5-3, and it's like, yeah, I've flown 3-3 science vessels for so long, and some 4-4s and blah blah blah. Like it's just, I think it's more or less about the build and the pilot than it is more about the weapon layout. But for those who do really, you know, oh, it's got to be a 5-3 ship. Okay, well, you got your 5-3 ship, so you're happy. I'm happy. We're all happy. But I think I was just more or less happy with the fact that they did good with this ship.
We're almost out of ships to bring survivors to. Bring any additional crews to the station and beam them over.
What? No.
It's only a matter of time before the defense net destroys everything on the surface.
Let me get this battle cruiser out of here.
Any remaining survivors and get them to the safe zone.
Okay, there we go. We got the battle cruiser out there. But yeah, let me know. So, you know, as I was bringing this up, Ponderman, what's your favorite like starship? I guess it doesn't even have to be a starship. I mean, I guess they're all technically starships, but like it could be like a Romulan ship, KDF ship. Like, what's the one ship that you see and you're just like, yep, that's the one. I mean, I know there's like huge fans out there of like the Akira class or something, right? Or like Romulan Warbirds or whatever. Like, and I'm just always curious, like, what your go-to ship is. We've lost a lot of frigates. Trying to transport some. I mean, that goes for anybody. Let me know in the comments, like, what is your go-to ship, and it doesn't matter if it's just traditional Star Trek. I know there's fans of even like the NX-01 Enterprise, like they absolutely love it, and I kind of see why they do. I actually think it's one of my favorite ships too. Is like, I just like the way they designed it. But I also know there's fans of Voyager or fans of the Defiant. Like, I just want to know, like, what is the one ship that you see on screen or wherever or in the game and you're like, yep, it's about to go down. We are happy. We're gonna go blow up the whole damn world with this ship. I mean, I don't know about the world, but maybe the galaxy, universe. It's the Garrett. Ah, the Garrett's a pretty shit too. Yeah. Okay, you got some good taste. I like the Garrett. It's not a bad ship. It's not my favorite, but I can respect it. It's just its on-screen presence was, I think it wasn't justified. It should have been on a little bit more. I really like the Vulcan Surak class. Well, there you go. Now that you got the Vulcan Surak here in game now too. So yeah, that ship to me is a very weird looking ship. I don't know if it was just because like when the first time we saw it was what, TNG, but then we saw it in Enterprise and everything else, right? Like it's made quite a few appearances, but I wasn't a huge fan. I don't know, the Vulcan ship. It does kind of look like a flying torpedo to me or something. Like, I don't know how to explain it. But I do like the ring. I like the ring around it. Like, that's kind of a neat concept. Their warp ring or whatever that you want to call it. But, anybody a fan of the Ambassador class? I'm always trying to find the one person who, like, loves the Enterprise C, right? Like, I know there's quite a few people that like the Enterprise B / Excelsior. Like, I get that 100%, but I never really hear too many people that are like really just Ambassador class fans, which is odd to me because I feel like the Ambassador is kind of like a mix between the Constitution and the Galaxy. Like it's like the Diet Coke Galaxy almost, you know? Like, that's the only way I view it when I see it, is like, it's the Diet Coke version of it. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I think I like the Ambassador class a little bit more than the Galaxy class. That might be a little blasphemy to some people, but I personally like it. You know what? We should throw like a little Star Wars question in too, because it is May the 4th be with you, and we are fans of Star Wars as much as we are with Star Trek. Of course, they both have different places in everybody's sci-fi thing, right? Star Trek is more diplomatic, more fight with your words and then use weapons as a last result, whereas Star Wars is like lightsabers and pew pews and win, right? So, but my question is let's apply that to Star Wars. What's your favorite Star Wars ship on May the 4th? If they had a crossover event on STO, and there was one ship you could fly in STO just because, like, they did this weird licensing crossover. They just said, hey, look, Lucasfilm, like, we want to import some weird crossover events like all these other game companies do it. What would be the one Star Wars ship that you would love to fly? Because I can tell you right now, I would be that traditional like Star Wars fanboy where it would just be an X-Wing. I want to fly around in the X-Wing. I think it'd be freaking cool. You know, I wasn't a huge Millennium Falcon fan. I wasn't a huge I feel like Star Destroyers are very slow. TIE Fighters are pretty cool too, so yeah. The in-universe lore essentially is that the Ambassador tried to be the Galaxy class before the Galaxy class. Yeah, that's true. I think, I don't know. I just, like I said, like aesthetically looking at the Ambassador class, I feel like it's just like a perfect mix between the Connie and the Galaxy class. But yes, technically, you know, it was supposed to be the Galaxy class, and then before the events of yesterday's Enterprise and everything, before it got lost. Yeah, X-Wing. Yeah, see, I just feel like, to me, the X-Wing is comparable like to an escort in STO, right? Like, it's almost comparable. If you think about it, if you had an X-Wing on here, you're basically flying X amount of whatever escort ships that you're flying through STO. And so, like, it would make a lot of sense. The only thing that wouldn't make sense in the Star Trek, Star Wars crossover is like a lot of Star Wars ships are like troop transports and carriers, I guess. And like, I guess, yeah, you could kind of do something like that if you cross it over here. You can just make them like all hangar bay type ships. But you either have like X-Wings, Y-Wings, A-Wings, B-Wings, basically every alphabet letter wing. And then you have a lot of like carrier ships. So it wouldn't, I don't think it would translate as well if they did like it. And this is of course just like hypothetical. They're never gonna do it because the licensing and everything would just be too hard to obtain that. Okay, you know what? I won't say never. I just don't see it happening. Then again, Destiny and Star Wars did a collaboration, so you never know. That being the case, as of right now, as of today, I don't see it happening. But if it did, it'd be kind of neat. It'd be neat. I'd be neat just to be able to, I mean, because like, yeah, there's tons of Star Wars games out there. There's tons of Star Wars, flying games and stuff. But there is a special thing about STO that I swear by this. One of the reasons I always come back to STO and I love playing STO is the space combat. If Cryptic nailed anything well, was the space combat in this game. Like if they did anything above and beyond, because I've played like Rogue Squadron, I've played like Jedi Fallen series and whatnot, and you get in the ships and flying them, and nothing, no matter what other kind of flying that you do, like it just doesn't feel like the flying in STO. And here, I mean, you have free 360 camera panning, right? And like a lot of these games, you have like the in HUD panning while you fly, which takes a lot of getting used to in the first place, but like it's not, you don't have the freedom of it. But like every ship on this game has its own like innate turn rates and inertia and everything, right? So like you really can feel it when you're flying on here. Whereas like when you're playing X-Wing and TIE Fighter and all those other games, they're kind of like one set thing across the board. And maybe to the extent those games are kind of more or less based on like how well you pilot versus like how well you have free range of the universe and build your ship. So maybe that's how that game is set. But nothing compares to STO space combat to this day. Star Citizen's looking kind of close though. Yeah, if only they could get, exactly, if they could get the ground combat in a good state, as far as what they did with their oh, we failed. Oh yeah, we knew we were gonna fail it. I don't know why I'm acting surprised. I intentionally failed that one so we could get to our 20-hour one. Okay, so which two do we have running? We have Romulan and Klingon. We did pick up a few more of these. Let's see if we can get something here. Do we have enough? So that's 20 attack and 20 engineering per any ship. Let's slot both of these and see if we can't build the 30 in science. No. Anything give us science? 8 tack per in ship. 8 engine science per tack ship. What does this put us at? 94% is pretty good for 14k. We'll take that. We'll take it.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Oh, nice. We even got a specialization point for something. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, I really do hope that Cryptic takes a look at. I mean, they're moving a lot of stuff in the right direction. Obviously, it's not perfect, and it's going to piss some people off. Whatever, that's fine. You're allowed to be upset about whatever direction you want to be upset about with the game. But they are making strides in a lot of the right directions. I think they just kind of need to focus shift a little bit more away from like ship releases. And I know that's how they get paid. So there's kind of an argument there. But I think they need to focus a little bit more onto the core mechanics of the game. And they're kind of tying up some stuff from the past, right? Like the fleet's revamps. you know, the Phoenix up or the Phoenix boxes and all that stuff. Like they're kind of sort of looking in the right direction. I just wish they would look at like the ground game and the space game like a little bit as far as like the power creep game, which I guess kind of is null and void because that's how they make their money off the ships. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a reason to buy the ship. But I can still hope that whichever way they're moving this needle is in a direction that's going to be more or less beneficial to all of us and not just like a handful of us. Okay, so we're doing Miracle Worker and Temporal Operative so that we get Entropic Rider, which is where some of our beam damage is going to come from. Gives us a little bit more on the off chance of firing energy weapons. We get physical damage every 1 second, and then of course that's going to add damage over time effects. And we could also eventually, hopefully, afford some kind of something. Did it not purchase that one? Oh, it did not. Okay, there we go. Now we do. Now we have it. Like symbiotic ice, the brain shield tunneling, which is getting moved to the infinity box, will go down in price quite a bit. So when that happens, maybe we can afford that on here as well. That will definitely increase our damage by quite a bit. And yeah. All right, so now let's jump over to ground elite TFOs. This is where we're going to start worrying about some of our potential deaths if we aren't paying attention. Do I have any other duty officers that I can just like slot for the ground? I mean, we don't have much, but do we have something that we can... We already got... Can we add more security officers? Can these stack? We're not really using a hold lunge. We could get bonus XP, I suppose. Ground operational asset. Yeah, we don't have really like anything. Let me see if we can stack like the security officers, just because like having 3 of them out at a time is going to be pretty helpful, I suppose. Where did he go? It's right here. Am I losing my mind? I probably am. Oh, yeah, I had him on here the whole time. Okay, so we can't stack them. Good. All right, just they'll give us something, right? This isn't going to do us any good. I don't know if Tandy's really doing us any good. They're just kind of like thrown there from the beginning. We really need to... I think we just need to like either go and look at purchasing some ground duty officers individually or packs, and I'm not really sure which way I want to go about that. The space is going to be the big one when that time comes, but right now we're not anywhere near it. But I'm thinking for simplicity's sake, and hopefully not too terribly expensive, for space we're going to want like either the beam or projectile duty officers that give us crit chance and crit severity. That's going to be the easiest way for us to get like a flat baseline, just, you know, potential damage output, right? Getting like 2 or 3 of those would fill that up. Then we already had the emergency con officer, which I still need to go get emergency powered engines. And then let's see, what else do we need? I don't think we're going to really be able to afford a board duty officer, so we're going to need like a filler plus eventually opening up the 6th duty officer. So we need it. We're going to need a filler here. I'm not sure. We're going to have to take a look at it. I'm not going to use beam overload because I mean I could, but I think we're going to do a fire at will boat. We could do something like this, like a fabrication engineer that increases the duration of RSP. The only problem is I only have one that's a common one, so I don't even have a good one. But it could be something like that could be beneficial for surviving. Oh, we have a nurse? Hold up. We're not even using a grav well. We're going to put this nurse here. Get some hull region. Do we have the ground version is the question. If you do not know this, which I swear by now it should be known, but if you do not know this, and that's okay, there has been, I don't know if it's a bug or if it's intentional, there is a nurse that you can get on the ground and slot it, and it gives you the whole regen for space as well. I don't know why that's the case, but it's been that way probably for about 7 years now. 6, 7. I just did the 6, 7. That was not intentional, I promise. But anyways, for about 6 or 7 years, there has been a nurse that you can slot in the ground slot, and then it will give you the increased hull regeneration. The only reason I know this because I do it on almost all my characters that have it. I think T-Nut has it on the main account. I'm pretty sure, but all my characters on console definitely do. So, yeah, if you want that extra hull regen just to survive even more, you can do that. And the Jon Snow knowing you know nothing, Jon Snow. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm like scatterbrained at the moment. I know what I was gonna do. This is why I shouldn't adult sometimes. Like right, we're gonna do ground. We're gonna do ground only. All of these, any of these can spawn for us for ground. And we've been successful in it, right? We've been successful. We follow the objectives, we do the objectives. But this could be where the deaths roll in if I'm not paying attention, if I'm not timing my stuff right, or I just run into a bunch of enemies and my immunities are down. This could be bad. Emergency power to engines. Thank you. We're gonna go grab that while we're waiting for the queue. I knew there was a reason that I was sitting there. I was like, what was I forgetting? And that's what I was forgetting. Yeah, I need to get emergency power to engines, and that way my emergency con hologram can actually, work. Because otherwise we're not. And it might be helpful to kind of adjust some of the bridge officer layout, because I haven't even had a chance to do that. But we also want to do our queues at the same time. So I'm going to be chilling inside Earth Space Dock, queuing up the ground queues and adjusting the space stuff, which honestly this isn't too bad. I actually like beam fire at will, cannon scatter volley, bravo is great, or beta, bravo, whatever, beta, and a torp spread is fine. What I guess we're gonna keep torpedo high yield for now. I don't know if I would maybe run like chemo site weaponry or something here, but like I wouldn't typically run this myself. I think we're gonna get rid of tachyon beam and maybe tractor beam 2, drop it to a 1, get photonic officer. I'm not really sure what we're gonna put here. I haven't decided here. We're also gonna move these around. There's no reason for me to have Octasif 3. I'd rather have RSP 3. So we do have a few things we need to go down here and change. A couple. I also want emergency power to weapons and emergency power to engines. So those are my two, especially since we need to actually like design our ship, or start putting it together. 'Cause I'm trying to build this. I'm trying to build this outside the realm of. Do I have an intelligence book yet? I don't think I do. Or are you already? Oh, you're already trained intelligence. Oh, hold on. Now this changes the whole dynamic of our situation. So that means I go emergency power to engines, override subsystem safeties, emergency power to weapons, and then RSP3, and we forgo Octasif completely. Because override subsystem safeties is going to give me like some power levels that we're going to want. I think that's the way I'm going to run that. I don't even know if I had the hindsight to train that person as intel. Maybe I did. So let's see. So now we need, what do we need? Intelligence space. Yeah, we're just gonna go, I guess we're gonna go OSS 2. That's fine. I'm not gonna go OSS 3. I do need to buy or craft emergency power to weapons. It depends on if I have enough stuff to craft it. If not, I'll just buy it. And then same thing with reverse shield polarity 3. That has to be bought or crafted. So those are my 2 for engineering we have to do. For science, we're gonna grab tractor beam 1, photonic officer 1. And now this is where it's like, what do we slot here? Because like I could very well just throw a grav well 1 in and take advantage of the gravity well duty officer we have. It would pull enemies together. It would give us a little bit more damage. That might not be a bad idea in this scenario. Maybe we do that. I don't really see an option that I would be comfortable going anyway. So maybe we do that for right now. We'll try that route. All right, so that takes care of our janky science situation. What else do we have going on here? Science team is fine. Maybe like maybe I'd rather keep the hazard emitters and train this in the tractor beam 1. I might do that. Just because we don't really have a heal on our ship as soon as we move everything around. So I might do that for right now, just for surviving. I think I might throw TAC team on here. I might throw TAC team 1 over that high yield. Just to kind of help with the shields and give me a little bit of weapon training, right? So I think I might do that. Okay. Let's see. So who's in what station? So we need to do Tove and Kev. He is going to get rid of this high yield. And of course, if I had, the elite bridge officer training, they would have everything unlocked, and then I wouldn't have to worry about that. So that takes care of that. The arena is like a whole mess, but that's fine. Emergency power to engines 1. Ooh, I gotta watch how much. Ooh, we definitely need to do some stuff. I need to like slot duty officer assignments because we need all. We need to keep our expertise because that's what allows us to continue doing our reputations as well. So I really need to be mindful of that after I do all this training. Yeah, because like each one of these is kind of costly. Then let's see, stations. So we'll do Hyven here with tractor beam 1. Yep. Okay. Oh, there's our queue. There's our first ground. All right, I'll accept it if we go into the mission. It's fine. Doesn't really hurt anything at all. Satra is the one that needs to be changed around. Satra, you must unlearn everything you have learned. Oh, you might need to be promoted too, huh? Yep. Oh, this is killing our expertise. We need to slot duty officer assignments and stuff. We gotta keep our expertise up there. We don't have a choice. It's like we are burning through our stuff. And I am not about to do that. Okay. Alright, so now if I click on every one of these and I hit reload, and reload, there they go. They're all correctly trained. I'm not gonna change the arenas yet just because like we're going into this ground. I gotta see if I have enough crafting materials or if I just buy them off the exchange. So let's go. Here we go. We're gonna go find out if we live or die, if we got push-ups to do tonight. could use them. Oh, this is a fairly easy elite too, so we'll see. I mean, I can die on here. I came close last week when we did it. We got our one and only Crossfire Tribble, which, you know, is all we can afford. We don't have any Lobby yet. Or Lobi. We don't have any of that yet. And I don't even know how we're really gonna get it unless like Cryptic is ever generous and does like a promo keys to, you know, the account, I guess, because they do that sometimes. And I can't even get the store to load, so it's not going to really matter. Not going to matter at all. All right, let's go up here. How many people are over there? Oh, nice. You got the Agony Field. You're gonna solo that whole side. You don't even need anybody.
Are attacking from the south.
Yeah, he's got the south. Don't worry about it. We're gonna just stay over here. We're gonna wait for our countdown to get closer. By the way, if you're curious about that, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so if you ever want to know how much time, if you look down here, it counts down when they're surrounding you. As long as you release them before the 1 second, you can put them out there. And then when this comes back up and you can click it again, you can put them back on you. So that's how I cycle it back and forth. It does take a little bit of like getting used to it, but now I can put them back on me. And you can see they're up for 13 seconds. And they're just counting down 9, 8, 7. So that's, as long as you're mindful about that, you can keep this circulating alive. But you can misclick and, you know, mess it up. And then it does happen. Are we gonna get any Romulans? Any? It's weird that it actually won't let me drop those ones. Oh, it bugged out. That's crazy.
Romulans are attacking from the west.
I say that. It's like they knew. They knew at that point. They knew what I was going for. Oh no. they knew. They were like, oh yeah? Shit!
Attacking from the west.
Somebody at Cryptic knew I was doing this. Alright, I got one set of 10 push-ups to do after this TFO. And we do have the push-up camera, so I will make sure I do it. Damn it! They knew. Somebody knew I was doing this because it bugged out. It was not supposed to do that. Bro, now I'm gonna get... Yeah, remember how I said I can die? I'm gonna get jacked and swole now. Here we go. That's 20 push-ups. I do 20 of them. All right, I gotta be smarter about this because I can't just run out here all willy-nilly, like at all. Why is the nanite thing is bugging out like crazy though? It's not. This is not usually the case, but we got whacked. Oh, did my ground traits save? That's the other thing too. Did they actually save? Okay, they did. As long as we have our ground traits up, that really bites. So there's 20 push-ups already, folks. I got to do 20. Damn. Thank you, whoever, you know, made that happen, because like it literally was the best timing ever. Which, speaking of best timing ever, is how we put together the intro to the video the other day. Was completely accidental. The whole like jackass intro that I did was like completely accidental, and it just lined up so perfectly. I didn't think I was gonna capture that death, and it worked out great. All right. Confused about this guy watching you do them reps. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I gotta do it though. It's gotta be done. I gotta do it. That was the whole point of tonight's stream. Is like, if I die, I gotta do it. So I got 20 of them to do. I think I will, like, if this is successful, it's a thing like to be done, and like I think I might keep consistent with it. I'm gonna have to put like a counter on screen or something, like a rep counter, just to make sure like I'm not, you know, not shorting myself over here. Look, as long as I don't die like at like 3 more times during this, I'll be okay. Because I don't want to do 50 push-ups in a row. I 20 in a row, no problem. 30, even no problem. Like, but you start pushing 40, 50 in a row, like, oh man, like, I'm just making excuses, but I ain't stretched out or nothing. Like, I ain't ready. I might not even be ready to do 20, but we're still gonna do it. But see, that's what I mean. Now it's like making me play a little bit more conservatively, like not rush in, not, you know, like not standing the freaking grenades or whatever. Like, you know, kind of play back a little bit, you know, be smart about it, because otherwise I just got to do more push-ups, and I don't want to do more push-ups. I mean, I do, but I don't. Is my pupper dog laying there? I have to move the pupper dog bed too. I didn't really think about that. Okay. Isn't there a duty officer too? I think there's a duty officer, if I remember correctly, that if you spawn your security escorts, they can spawn in watcher drones. I'm almost certain there is one that does it, because I know there's the watcher drone kit, but I think there is a duty officer that does it too. Yeah, not today. Nope. You can shoot me in the back all you want.
Protect me while I shut down this sub-console.
Yep, I'm gonna stand right over here. See, now we're getting 3 security escorts, doubling up those 2. Like, it does help. They're gonna definitely help as far as like get some of that attention off of me. I'm just gonna hold this here for a few seconds just in case. That agony field is so great. It's so overpowered. It only goes for like 20 million on the exchange too, if you don't have one. I mean, I know I say only. I'm kind of being sarcastic about it, but at the same time I'm not, because it's not that expensive in the grand scheme of things, but still 20 million for a universal kit is a lot. But it's a very, very good universal kit. All right, which way are we going? We're going up this way.
The trio is partially shut down, but I need to shut down another sub-console.
I kind of want to show you all that theme build I made. That thing is, I cannot believe that we were able to achieve the numbers I was able to achieve with it, because I knew at this point, like, I was like, I'm not building a meta ship at all. I'm building a Emperor Palpatine lightning ship for Star Wars Day, and it works. Like, it works really well, surprisingly. So I think we'll pull that out after we run a couple of things, get our marks up there and whatnot. Maybe like the second half of stream we'll go play around with the higher end stuff, and then if anybody needs any help on PC side of things, I guess I could help on Xbox. I can't unfortunately help on PlayStation yet, but that may be in the future. We're not going to dismiss it. We're just going to see what the future holds. But yeah, if you guys need any help on whatever, I can jump over to the main account. I do have a lot of fun. Like I said, I have fun running any content in the game, but I have a lot of fun, especially like when it's just like, you know, somebody needs help with the mission or something. Maybe they're stuck with whatever, or they, you know, they're struggling with this or that. It's like, hey, you know, like I'll come in and join you. It gives me an excuse to just blow stuff up anyways. So as long as everything's dying, I'm happy. See, yeah, I definitely deserve to do those 20 push-ups, because like I was so stupid running up there. Like even when I knew like the UI or whatever bugged out with the nanites, I still stood there. I deserved that death, like 100%. I deserved it. So I definitely deserve to do those push-ups here in a minute. And then we gotta go clear our injuries. I don't know if I have anything for my injuries. Nope. That's the other thing too. I swear it does not drop. At least, like, I try to pick up as much stuff as possible on here, like including this. But like, I don't ever see any of the ground repair stuff drop for me, like, at all. So I mean, luckily we're at ESD and I can just run over and get my injuries cleared. But I don't know why. Pew.
The drill is now fully shut down.
Yay! Now get rid of these. Get rid of the Nicole. Easy peasy. Let's bring in our security escort so they can just continue to help. And there we go. There we go. We did it. All right. Yeah. So this is gonna do count towards temporal marks. Perfect. We got 2 chronoton buffers off of that. Nice. I don't think we're gonna really do anything with the temporal rep, but it is something. All right, so we need to queue. I guess we gotta start queuing specifically. That's what we should do. Is get the reps needed that we, you know. So we gotta queue a ground Borg, a ground Romulan, ground Undine, and I say a ground Delta mission at minimal tonight. Like, those have to be done tonight. So we need to run at least 4 queues. And then as soon as I go clear my injuries, because I know I'll forget after I do the push-ups, I'll go do the push-ups, okay? And we will turn on the push-up camera. It should be well lit enough. I hope. But I will do 20 of them because I died twice. 20. Don't worry. I will do a full push-up. It's not gonna be that, none of that on my knee stuff, okay? I can already hear it. You didn't do a real push-up. You didn't, go all the way down or this or that. Okay, yeah. All right. I'll do them. All right. Give me just a second. I am going to take my headphones off. And let me move her bed real quick because otherwise we're not going to be able to do the push-ups on. All right. Bed is moved. 20 so far, exactly. It's so far. All right, so let's switch over to our new screen. Ah, there we go. Oh, what's going on with the lighting? And why is it flashing? Hold on. What is happening here? I don't like that it's flashing. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can't figure out what's going on with this flash. Is it this? It might be. I do not like that. It's kind of weird. I don't know if it's just because of the lighting or what. All right, let's see if that helps any. Apply. Nope, I'm trying to lower, like, that's not doing it. Is it the exposure? Ah, that might have been it. I think it was the exposure. Okay, so now we just need to adjust it a little bit more. There we go. I think I might have fixed it. And now we shouldn't see any flickering, right? Hey, let me go get some glow sticks there. You are not wrong. Well, now it's looking like it's really dark. For some reason that exposure was like, because you can see it's in the same room. It's literally in the same room. So if you look at the camera that's in front of me, the lighting is fine. It's just there's something up. This is an older camera. So it's just like there's something up that it's not picking up what it needs to pick up. But I'm going to try and fix that. At least enough to where y'all can see me do the push-up, all right? I think... Oh. Well, that kind of sort of did it, but it made it super bright. There you go. Bring this down. Or, don't bring it down. Did this? Now I can't figure out. Great. Yep, there we go. This is awesome because like when I set this up, I did it during the day and it didn't do this at all. It's trying to like compensate for the, I guess, lack of light that it's supposedly having, but it's sitting over here on the side, and I don't know why it would be doing this. We're just going to try and give it enough brightness, and then we're going to leave it alone. We're just going to try and give it enough brightness to where y'all can see me. Then we're just going to leave it alone. We're not going to mess with it the rest of the time. All right. I will figure out another lighting source for this on the next stream. It should not be that dark because as you can see right here, it's fine. Over here, it's somehow darker, and that's my hand. So I don't get it. But we got 20 push-ups to go knock out. So we're going to knock out 20 push-ups. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. And that's how I feel right now. Is exactly how my shirt is. But we do have 20 push-ups to do. Let's get them done. So that was, I don't know if y'all can hear me still or not. Hopefully you can. So that was for 2 deaths, 20 push-ups. 10 deaths, or 10 push-ups a death. All right. Let's do it. Here we go. And the 1, and the 2, and the 3, and the 4, and the 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 11. Uh-oh, my dog is coming. 12, 13. No. 10. You want to do push-ups with me? We got 7 more. Come on. We got 7 more. You gotta move. I got 7 more, babies. Come on. Come on. Hey, does it count? All right, I'll give you attention. I know it. I know it. Okay. I do my last 7. I do my last 7. Come on. Gotta move. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. You want up on the couch? Go up on the couch. We just finish this, baby, okay? Come on. I gotta finish this. All right, come on. Come on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah. Oh, you're killing me, Pupper. You're killing me. All right. I'm myself doing these push-ups. All right. There we go. We got 20. And we got saved by the pupper a little bit. Woo. All right. Yeah, that felt good, but it didn't at the same time. But there we have it. 20 knocked out. What are you doing, babies? And see, look at that. The lighting's, it's good to go. It's really weird. So sorry. But I had a sneezing fit and missed it because you started over again. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see what happens in the next TFO. I'm sure I'm not done with push-ups tonight. I think we're just getting started. We'll see. Let's cue specific ones. I did clear my injuries, right? See, this is why I said I needed to do it before I left, because I knew I was gonna mess up. Doggo, yeah. I mean, look, she's I'll bring it back up real quick. So she's chilling right here behind me, and it's really dark for some odd reason. I just don't know if it's just the placement of the camera or what. Let's see if we can move it. Does it get brighter? No, it's so weird. But if I move it this way, I just don't know why it doesn't pick up the light. That's so strange. But yeah, there you guys go. You have a doggo camera for right now. It's just like the weirdest camera though. But we'll figure out the lighting source for it. I guess during the day I didn't really think about it because it's naturally bright in here. Unless, hold on. Can we use this to adjust the source? No, that's not going to do it. I was hoping that the light over here would be bright enough, but it's not. Okay, all right. Let's see if we can get any more push-ups the rest of the stream. I'm sure. We're 20 in. I bet you we could hit 100 by the end of stream, if not more. Because now we need Omega, Romulan, Undine, and Delta. We could get away with Delta and Gamma for one day, but we definitely need those three for tomorrow's. And expertise, man. We gotta get duty officers rolling. That's the only way that we can get some passive. That's 72 hours. We gotta get some kind of passive expertise in the background. I don't want us to fall behind on the potential to do our dailies or anything just because we don't have the expertise to slot the project. So I'm trying to look for, because you can't, so they look like no numbers and most of them are, but when you critical on them they go up exponentially. So we're trying to get bigger XP assignments, and then if you critical on them you get a lot more expertise that way. And we might not even critical on them, but you know, we just need something. We are not going to fail this character. Well, we wouldn't fail it. I mean, there's no real fail to it, but I'm just saying I'm not going to fall behind, I should say. We're not going to fall behind on this character. Because right now, I think we're on an awesome pace. You know, if you, well, let's see, where are we at today? Let's go to /played. So Bob has been alive for a total of 36 hours. So one day, 12 hours, 36 hours. That's all he's been alive for. Now, granted, this is week 4 of the streaming and everything else, but for 36 hours to be where we're at is pretty damn good. You know, it's not something that a lot of people would be at if they first started the game. And if you think about it in terms of play time, that's only a day and a half. You know, so it's not, if you could do all this in a day and a half, you know, imagine what you can do in a total of 2 weeks playtime, you know. All right, I think that's all we're going to be able to slot for right now. I do have, the nice thing is I do have Admiralties rolling, and we do have this Belly of the Beast. Oh yeah, we did this one on Elite the other night. But I would rather do Into the Hive. Devil's Heart is not too terrible. Okay, I think we're gonna do Omega Marks first. Right? Yeah, let's do Omega Marks first. And then we'll do Romulan. Which is what for ground? What I just did, wasn't it? No. Wait. Oh yeah, binary circuit never pops. Does Romulan marks not drop on ground? Oh no, they do. Reho station, duh. Spiders. Right. So we'll do Romulan next. And then we'll do an Undine. Which one's Undine? Undine infiltration. Yeah, we can do Undine infiltration. For our last one. I think that's all we got to do. Because really, technically, if I wanted to, tomorrow we could use one of the events for like gamma marks or something. There's not a choice of marks one, is there? No. I don't think there is a choice of marks. Devil's Heart's the only one that gives you like 3 choices. That one gives you Delta. I really hate that binary circuit does not come up. It's not even really PvP focused. It's kind of split path for the most part. So I don't know why this one does not spawn. Wait. Oh yeah, these ones never spawn. That's why. I was like, we can get new car marks, but it doesn't ever pop. Okay. Looks like we're having some slow queues tonight. I guess in the meantime we can do a little bit of window shopping and get an idea of like maybe we can buy something. I'm trying to think what we want to go for next. Maybe let's look at some personal space traits. Let's see if we can't let's see what we can find for reward pack. Let's do space. I think space trait is all you type in here, yeah. Hike maneuver. I don't think that's really going to be all that beneficial for us. Old Razzle Dazzle would not be bad at all. Just to give us some, power across the systems. Trying to see what we need to save up minimally for. Ethereum beam enhancements would definitely give us some kind of extra added damage. Those are only going for 5 mil at 3.1. The most expensive ones is going to be like unconventional systems and Boimler. Those are going to be pushing like 40 mil, I'm pretty sure. Let's see what Boimler is going for. Yep. Oh, that's 44.9 mil. Ouch. So that's going to be a minute before we get that one. What about unconventional? Not unconventional gear. Systems is pushing 39 million. So yeah, that's going to be a minute before we can get either one of those two. And that's even if we can even get to that point of like being able to afford that. Just because like, we're pretty much surviving off EC from reselling rep gear from our endeavors. Just kind of like in between stuff, really. Like we can't even do Tour de Galaxy. We don't have like the Gamma or the not the Gamma, the Omega engines or whatever, right? I guess you could do them. Well, yeah, you can't even get the assimilated engines. Yeah, we don't even get the engine choice until what, tier 4, I think. So we can't even do that. I'm trying to see if there's anything rep wise. So like this is going to be one of our first reputation things we're going to do. I probably will just slot this right here because it's there. We already have these two. And I'm going to put the EC in just so it's done. Dilithium is going to be a minute, but this is going to be one of our first rep pieces. I will do at minimal the 2-piece Lorca, eventually maybe the 3-piece. Because of dual beam bank, we can get the disruptor version, but that's at tier 6. So I will do the torpedo and then I'll do Lorca's console. So that's going to be the 2-piece for that. I also know we're going to do a lot in Discovery. A lot of our boats going to be in Discovery because we're going to do at least 2-piece there, then 2-piece Tilly's and Warp Core, or Shield and Warp Core, right? The engines is going to be a competitive engines, and I don't believe we get any of those choices until tier 4. It might be tier 3, but actually, I guess I could see, right? Why isn't it? Hold on. There you go. Tier 3. We can slot them next tier because we're gonna get the, I think it's the, is it innervated or fortified is the firing mode ones. Either way, that's gonna be our engines. So that's gonna take care of our entire space set, right? Is 2-piece Tillies, because we look at, I already put this in the video, but I already picked this up. We already got our fleet deflector dish, and I picked up one proto-matter matrix infuser from the colony because you can't run your ISO mags with the critical vulnerability consoles, but I did figure I can run these since I'm doing it free to play. I'm just gonna go ISO mags and these. I think I'm gonna grab like a whole image refractors. I'll probably keep this console on here. Hell, I might even just keep the Prior's World Elite Defense satellite on here because it does give direct energy damage and lowers power cost, right? So we're just kind of going a free-to-play route. Grab like a whole image refractors or something for a baseline damage, or I'll see what Universal Console. Let's just see. We're waiting for cues, which I am in no control of whatsoever. It's gonna happen when it happens. So let's see what we can get for... Oh, look at this. Some of them aren't too terribly expensive at the moment. So it looks like our threshold is at 3 million right now. Unfortunately, none of these are going to be all that great for us. I mean, that would give us some flight turn rate, but yeah. If I was building a science ship, there's, you know, at least 2 of them that I could use. There we go. We got something. So here's going to be our Borg mission. Here's the hoping I don't die, but if I do, I know what I have to do. We'll bust out some more push-ups. But at least we know, like, we're building up in the right direction. Now we just got to be kind of nitpicky as far as like, okay, I'm going to buy this console, or I'm going to buy this trait, and I need to save up this amount of EC, and I need to, you know, figure out what I can craft or what I can sell. I mean, we're very limited on what we can do here, and this is how any new player who's not investing any money, or I wouldn't even say investing, just spending money, because you're not really investing. I guess you're investing in the terms of your playtime, right? So I guess you could view it that way, but you're not spending any money. You're playing free to play, and you're just starting the game. You have a limited amount of things that you can do. And we've even limited ourselves further. Oh, nice. We're doing this one.
Let's get you up to speed. Well, override.
All right, so as long as I don't die to, you know, Big Boss Boy, this one's fairly easy for us. All we gotta do is make sure we help activate consoles. Was it 4 per each room? And then we fight the big bad at the end. If people die to him, though, if they died to him 10 times in here, it's a fail. So just, you know, we don't want to be one of those 10 times. Because the more I die, the more I gotta physically push myself. And I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I agree to do it. I'm just saying that's the trade-off. I may be the lowest health person in here. No? I guess we're all pretty close to one another. Does Bob even have a title yet? I've never even bothered to look. I'm seeing everybody else's titles, but I kind of forget where to go to that. Oh, you edit record. That's right. Set title. Oh, we do have. Look at all these titles. Bob is going to be frozen over. That's how Bob is. He is just frozen over
Take down these chimeras
in the
and
middle
override those
of
interlink.
spring, summer. All right.
You'll need to take the stairs to find the first interlink nodes.
I'm going to come over here and grab this interlink. Oh, no, wait. It's not over here. I don't know what I was thinking. My brain is not braining. All right. Come with me. We'll come up this way. We'll deal with you. Yep. All right, let's go up here. Let's go grab this first interlink node in this room. Hopefully somebody's coming with me. If not... Yo! Nope. He's coming this way, y'all. Set the trap. Okay, I got him. I'm gonna have him trapped. He's gonna get trapped. Come on, come down the stairs, big boy. Really? Yeah. Okay. Yep. We're going this way.
Apex has been dazed, but it won't last for long.
Come on. Let's go get this console over here because he's dazed back there. Come on, somebody come over here. Please don't let me die. Please. I don't want to die. I don't want to push-ups. Yep. All right. Come on. No. Where are you guys going? No, come back. Does it count that I started it? Hopefully it counts. They just ran off from me. Oh, it did. Perfect. Okay. All right. That's one. That's one down. Okay. Good. He didn't see me. We're good. We're good. I just need to go this way. Because I am trying to... I'm going to set this trap too because I know. I know how this works. Here we go. We'll, we have the safe room right up ahead. As long as he doesn't zig and come up here, we're okay. But if he does, we'll hit him in the trap right there. But I'm going to come over here to this console because I'm exactly where I want to be, which is by these two consoles. And now I just got to wait for...
Psionic pulses in the area.
I got to wait for it to clear. Hopefully some teammates, you know, make their way through here because right now it's just... This is me. Hey, you can run off. I don't care. Let me just see if I can't flag somebody down. Come on. Yeah, somebody's already died. I'm really hoping that we can actually, like, do this. Just need somebody to run up here. It's really bad I, like, memorized this map. Like, we've ran it so much, like... Oh, no. 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 You don't see me. You don't see me. You don't see me at all. If I don't... Yeah, you see him. Chase after him. Holy crap. This is working. Oh, this is working. Yeah, boy. You guys gotta take the long way around.
More Chimeran energy signatures are being
If you
detected
don't
in the core
move,
room.
it's just like the T-Rex in Jurassic Park. You're fine. Just don't move. I cannot believe that actually worked. Because I think most of the times the AI doesn't. Oh, I care. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. Yep. You're good. You're good. That's what I thought. Run away. Bro, I don't know if anybody's going to make it to me is the problem. I'm by both the main consoles that we need up here because we've already got the other two. I don't know how they're going to get to me if they don't know the route. You have to go back up the stairs to the right and then take the way I did where I laid the trap for him. But the thing is if they're over here, oh, what is he doing? Oh, he's an angry muffin. What? I feel like
Well done. You've stunned the Apex.
Yep, there's my trap. It went off. Good, good, good. All right, come on. There you guys go. Y'all spending a lot of time, you know, not doing the mission part of it. Don't worry about all the Chimerans and everything. All right, we should be okay. We should be good. Let's just peek. Oh. Nope. Pineapples. Run in here. Good. All right, hold on. Bro, you better not get me killed. You better. I'm about to send him a message and be like, do my 10 push-ups. You got me killed. Bro, stop it. You gotta stop this shit. You want to make me do some shit I don't want to do right now. Okay, we're coming. We're gonna get this. We're gonna remodulate this. He's about to get a nasty message from me. Go do my push-ups.
Final Interlink node has been overridden.
Okay, we did it.
Head back to the shuttle bay.
Now we gotta go this way. All right, now we gotta do it all again, and this time, like, you know, with a little bit of haste would be good. No.
You need to return to the shuttle bay to get to the next.
I know where I need to go. I just went the long way. Okay. Bro, that would have been bad. That would have been a bad scenario if I had died there. Because I was set up so perfectly too. Oh yeah, we gotta burn all this stuff down. Well, we might as well bring out our added damagers. I'm curious, you know, I think having that Tholian kit module thing is going to be great for this character. Because it's going to help us. You know what? That's the other thing too. I can look at the exchange and see about changing out some of our kits that could be beneficial for us on ground, just to help us that much more. I am running with the basic tactical layout of kits, which is okay, but if I can add some more like damage or survivability at a cheap-ish rate, we might as well. You know, we'll see what we can find on the exchange. We'll look after the next queue and just kind of see if there's something that I would rather put in place.
Good. To act.
We got 7 seconds. Now we got to do this whole thing again. All right, here we go. All right, let's get this first one since we're already here, right? So, like, modulate this. And then we'll go to the right and then the left and get the second one.
My research shows Chimerans not only affect humanoid psyches, but tap into them.
Just as long as Big Bertha's not down here, we're golden. Because then I've seen them, yeah, right here. Come on, let's see. I've seen them pop up right here, and then like everything goes to hell. No, that's not them. Okay, it was a freaking dinosaur. I thought for a second, we were gonna be done. Thought we were gonzo.
Great, you've overridden 2 interlink nodes.
Yep.
Just 2
Don't
more
mind
left.
me. I'm just going this way for these ones. Ah! Nope. Not happening. Don't you die. Don't die. Get in here. It's safe in here. Okay, we got him like spawn trapped at the entrance right here, which is kind of funny. Because then he can't chase the other people. I can actually keep him here. Like, I just don't want him like losing his shit and then turning around and hit me. If I just stay right here, I think he stays like locked here, and then they can get the other 2 and not have to worry about him until like the AI actually like adjusts itself. The look on your face, yeah, I was a little scared. Not gonna lie, it's a little bit more stressful when you add like add a layer to the challenge, right? Like, it's already a challenge just being like doing this as a new player experience. But then when you like have to physically be involved with the challenge, you're like, oh my god, you know, like. And like I really do enjoy this kind of stuff. So I'm just saying, like, I just now have more of a reason to not die. Look at this. I want to keep him spawn trapped here because if I go over there or over there, the AI can actually like pinpoint me and then he'll start chasing me. So I'm just gonna chill right here because they're gonna get the consoles and no deaths are gonna happen, and we need to avoid the apex kills to pass this. So I'm doing my part by not moving. As weird as that sounds, it's true. If and I just know this from how the AI has been. No, don't. Nope. This is where it all goes south. See. I told you. Oh nope, bro. I was keeping him. I was keeping him spawn trapped for everybody. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Like he's stuck here. Don't run past. Don't run past. Damn it. See what I mean? I told you. I can't. I don't make this stuff up, folks. I know how the AI works, and now it's chasing after him. So, well, we lost our safe spawn trap with the apex predator. So, I am going to set a trap because I know his other moves, and then we're just gonna hopefully get to this last console now. Oh, jeez, it was in there. Nope, I'm coming back here. Yep. That dude is look. I give him credit though. He is running for his dear life. Oh no! Get over here! Get over here! Get over here, bros! Like, listen, listen. You don't. Oh my God! No, no. Okay, look. You can run him off. That's fine. Yep, run him off. We'll go for last console. Come here! Somebody come over here. Come on! Please help. Get over here. Get over here. Come on. Don't worry about the damn board. Get over here. Bruh. All right, just stay right there. Don't bring the apex predator over here. We're good. We're so good.
All interlink nodes have been overridden.
Yay!
Primary antenna control. I get the feeling we'll need some help after all of this. I'm calling.
Oh
you
wait,
back.
I'm going the wrong way.
Director Hugh, this is Captain Esri Dax. Requesting reinforcements at the Midas Array.
Copy that, Esri. I'm sending over a recommendation.
Oh, this door doesn't open? What the heck?
Luck.
I honestly don't remember how to get back on this one. I got turned around. I guess we go through here, right? It has to be this way. Yeah, it is through here. Okay. I knew where I was going, but I didn't at the same time. Like, I got turned around. Oh, thank goodness. I don't think we can fail this all that much from here. We still have 3 deaths. As long as we don't die. Oh, we gotta stay out of the red. The red that's horrible. All right, bring out some security escorts and everything. Hey, look at that. We're progress. Let's debuff. Let's drop that. Let's not get hit by any red, any holds. Don't let him get close to us. Nope. We are strictly ranging it. Save our nano pulses for when enemies come up. Oh my gosh, I wish I had ball lightning so bad. Every time I see it come up, I'm like, I miss it. Nope, stay away from that stuff. Anything that is going to kill us, we stay away from as much as possible.
Damn, the apex is invulnerable again.
Okay, there we go. Keep our nanites up because we're gonna have company right here. Oh! Nope. Run. Do not get involved. There we go. Target optics on that. Some debuffs. I hope I could find some, like, I don't know, maybe some watcher drones or something. That'd be kind of neat. I just want, like, I want an army to do my bidding. Ooh. Ooh, that's kind of how I want to build my ground game. I want an army. I want a little like spicy army running around, like the board drones and stuff. That's what I want. No, no, no! What are you doing? Wait! No, no, no! Don't hit your secondary fire. What is wrong with you? That's what's going to get you killed. Oh, you need to turn that off of auto. That's why. Oh my gosh, I'm going to die to my own like attack. Well, there's 10.
The isoboramine is lingering. The apex
Peace.
can't maintain its shield.
Bob.
Frenzy.
Bob, what are you doing? What we need to have a talk. You just cost me 10 push-ups, bro. Ten push-ups. Damn it. I told you we weren't done dying. I knew we weren't, but I think that could have easily been avoided, and I got what was coming to me. Send the nanites onto it. Come on. What are you doing? Okay, you're just gonna stand there. Oh, no. Nope, we don't want. Nope. Stay away from his little ground pound. That hurts. That'll be the death of us. Yay! Okay, we did it. We only died once, and it was right at the end because Bob is a dork, and he got me killed. So I guess we got 10 push-ups coming up.
I think you and your
But
task force just bought us all some
that
time.
did give
Without
me
your assistance,
my
the
Omega
minus
mark,
delay
so
would've been
that
lost to the
takes
Chimera.
care of that one.
That said,
All right, damn it, Bob. You had one job, bro. One job. You had to stay alive. I got an injury. I don't have a way to heal it, and I know, like I did last time, I'll forget. So I'm gonna just go do that. Also known as I'm procrastinating, but that's not the point here. That is not the point. Salvage this. All right, so we got to get Romulan and Undine. And then we're going to look, when we queue up, we're going to go look for some potential ground kits that could help Bob out here because, you know, he's doing good. He is doing good. It's just, I died. I don't know how I feel about that. All right. Here comes next 10 push-ups. Son of a bitch. At this point, what's the point of wearing the headphones? I'm going to be taking them off, you know? So, there we go. 10 more coming up. Oh, look at that. We got a sleeping pupper. Do I wake them up? How this is bad, guys. Like, I'm going to wake my dog up to do push-ups. Let's see if I can do them like right behind her. Like, we'll see how this works. I don't know. Only time will tell. Don't mind me, babies. You're fine. You can sleep there if you want to sleep there. I gotta do push-ups, kiddo. You stay right there. Stay. You can be my motivation, okay? You can stay right there. All right. No, stay. Stay. All right. Just stay. I'm coming right here. Stay. All right. Kennedy, ready? 6, 7, 8. Babies. Oh, your bed. I know. All right. We knocked out our 10. Okay. All right. All right. The 10 more have been knocked out. And if you had something in your eyes and you sneezed, well, I can't help you. The pupper dog is like, you disturbed my sleep. Now I have even more of a reason to not want to do push-ups. I'm going to make her cranky. All right. So, total tonight, 30 push-ups. Could you imagine if we did this like a week ago. Oh my god, I'd be dead. All right, let's see. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, see, it's like I lose like all the brain or the brain. I lose all the blood to my brain. Romulan. Romulan it is. Where is the easy Romulan one? Yer. We'll wait for that one. Let's see if we can find universal kit module or so that can just kind of help us out here. All right. So there's Watcher, servos, which I'm not. No. 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 I kind of know what I'm looking for. Holographic deceiver, stasis drone. Wouldn't you just know it? But my power went out right. It would be super nice if you just give it a second go. Yeah. Oh, you see what happened is like the floor started getting really soft there, and I feel like if I push it down anymore, like we're gonna break the floor. So that's my excuse. Stasis drone. No. Smoke gel trap. No. I think we're gonna need to pay. Ooh, blade beetle mines. They could be kind of fun. They are slow though to activate. I think we're gonna need to pay like 100,000+ for something decent. Always look to see if like somebody accidentally mispriced something too. Do you know how much stuff I've gotten lucky with? Which anybody can. You know, always check the exchange, like just when you have some downtime or something, because some people, yeah. I just got here as well, man. So I'll hit up a do-over. Oh no, what's going on at Pocket Tarsus? How are you? Damn. Y'all really just try to make sure I get those reps in. Okay. Well, I mean, technically you've missed 30 of them so far, so could be, could be a lot more. If I had to do all 30 of them again, oh, they'd be at 60. Gravimetric traps might not be too bad. They're not too terrible. They would work good with our nanites, just to hold things and move things around. And it's on a pretty decent cooldown. We might use this. I may consider that. I'll come back to those. I want a solar gateway. I think those are like 1 million though. Are you seeing these clowns that put the rare harmony duty officers for 1.1 billion? No. Wait. What? What harmony duty officers? What are which ones? I didn't even think there was any duty officers from the harmony box that were worth 1.1 billion. They're not Borg duty officers, and they're not Crinum duty officers, which Crinum ones can be expensive. But there's not even a duty officer that goes for 1.1 billion, I don't think. What does Parasitic Ice do again? Oh, that's her name? Let me see. Hold on, let me see. I'm just going to type in Harmony, and we're going to do it from sort by price descending, so we can see like the real expensive ones. I'm just curious. Oh, it's not Epic. Hold on. Search. Let's see. So yeah, the Ethereum Harmony makes sense, right? The Diplomat? What? Why? For real? That's what their reasoning is? I should buy this one for 900,000 right here and mark it up and see if Bob gets lucky. Like, I honestly should. Joshua McCary. Hey, what's going on, Joshua? Yeah, that's true. 27 to 40. Well, like I said, yeah, but still, well, that's crazy. Like, surely nobody's gonna type in Harmony and scroll and then be like, click buy. Like, I just don't see that happening. I mean, maybe on the 1.1111% chance, if that, if not even that, 0.75% chance that somebody clicks here at 1.14 billion instead of here at 1.1 billion and clicks buy. Maybe. I don't know. That's crazy to me. Why would you I guess, stranger things have happened before, but yeah, that's a new one. Okay, so let's change this back to ascending price so I can get back to where we were. We were at the 150,000s, 200,000s. I'm thinking of just trying to think of like some more AoE-ish type kits that we can use to kind of just keep our distance but do damage at the same time. Lots of folks getting drunk outside ESD target audience, right? Yeah, that's true. I do have to admit, I used to not think that it was very common for gamers in particular to drink, because I always felt like they had to focus. Now, smoking a bowl or whatever, okay, I get that. Like, some people are more whatever to it, but like, I have been in parties with people, whether it's on Xbox or on Discord. I have been in parties with people that are just like blitz drunk out of their mind playing STO, and I'm like, how? Like, I feel like STO trying to play while like that drunk is the equivalent of like drinking and driving. What is this? Mass gravimetric data. Oh, Josh, thank you, appreciate that. I was like, what is going on here? You found me in ESD. Yeah, that would be perfect right there to have this just to help kind of AoE stuff and keep our distance. And that's kind of why I was thinking like any of these World of Warcraft raids would go off the rails by 1 a.m. Yeah, like the crawler swarm gonna do summon 4 level 60 crawler mines. Those are slow, I know that. No, I don't want crawler mines. I know what I want. I know what I essentially want to get. What does debilitating shockwave do? Oh, is the target's knocked in? No. Okay, I know what I want. I'm gonna see how much it's gonna cost. There's two that I want to get for him, I think. Let me see how much a solar gateway is, because that's just gonna help. Well, it's 1.75. We could afford it. I just don't know if I want to put that much. Solar gateways that much. And then I want a, let me see. What's the other thing? Man, I lost it. Oh. You know what? It's happening. It's gonna help our ground game. It's fine. It's happening. We're gonna run this like this. We're gonna make Bob. I like my speed from motion accelerator. I also like my damage from ambush. I guess we can replace rally cry, and we can replace. There we go. That should help Bob out like a lot. And yeah, I just spent 1.75 mil EC, but it's fine. We will get it back. Again, if my ground game's more on point and we can do some damage and we can do that, yeah. That's more or less where we're at. So Bob can do it. Yes, rocking the card looking ESD with my. Yeah, I saw that. Now the screen went away. I did see you when you sent the trade, and then you like ran off the screen, but I did saw it looking clean over there. Bob is still rocking his level 1 outfit. I haven't bothered to change it because I do feel like that this account will, when it is given away, that the player that is given away to will probably want to change it. So I've just kind of kept it all natural, and it's just kind of a little something that it's like, oh, it's kind of special that we take him from his beginning look to where he's at now. So let's see. So we got our solar gateway, and we have our mass gravimetrics. So let me arrange these real quick. Target optics there. Let's keep this over here. Let's put all these by one another because these are my AoEs. Put solar gateway there. That's fine. We don't need that. Okay, lock the tray. Perfect. This should be good. This should be a lot even more smoother, you know, just being able to put things up that can just contribute even more to the team and get the objectives done. Which we need to go and get these devices, which I don't see any. Oh, I see one. See, we can just put this right here, so if that spider wants to try and come over here, I'll just blast it right in its face. Same with these Alachis. Yeah, see, I love it. Now we're actually, like, you know, contributing and... No, spider, don't jump on me. There we go. We're holding our own. Thank you, Joshua. I do appreciate the help. That's exactly what I needed here for Bob, was just, like, make sure he has, you know, just enough to roll out with the team, right? The survivability is pretty on point, although we have died 3 times tonight and had to do 30 push-ups, but that's besides the point. But we'll take it. I don't know why I put that up right there, but you know what? I know why I did. I'm gonna pull the spider. I'm gonna bait it back. There we go. Yeah, solar gateway. You get it. All right. We'll just drop those down. Boom, boom, boom. We'll rescue this guy. Sweet. Let's grab that for salvage. Are these elite Alachis? Yes. All the ground that we're doing is all elite. Because, like I said, ground does not take... No. Ground does not take anything... Oh, one jumped on me. No. And what the heck? The other one is stuck on the solar gateway? What? I don't think I've ever seen that happen. But anyways, yeah, so, you know, ground doesn't take much to build at all. It does not take at all. You basically can start your ground when you have, like, the 3-piece Nicole and, like, the nanites. And as you see, we've been doing ground since, you know, whatever. It's space that requires more building, so I use ground as my gateway to get in all the carapaces or the whatever I need, right? Like, whatever I need to build my space set. And that's why it's, like, it's real important that, you know, I have ground set to where I can do ground elites, and then, you know, eventually we'll get to space elites where we're not being carried. But yeah, ground doesn't take anything at all. Especially if you just do the objective. That's the biggest thing about ground. Ground is more or less objective based, whereas space is more or less damage based. Which is odd that they set it up that way. I don't know why they did. But I feel like in order for you to more or less win space maps, it's bring the damage. Yeah, there's some fail mechanics to space TFOs. There's a couple of them, but not nearly as much as ground. Ground is like, if you die 6 times to the Apex Predator, you fail. If you don't activate this in this amount of time, you fail. If you don't get, you know, wherever, you fail, right? So it's like there's a lot that's involved with it. And but if you know them, if you know the TFOs, and you actually, like, just do the objectives, then you'll be fine. Or you said you got a solar. What other kits did you grab? It's hard to say. Oh, sorry. Let me grab these marks, and then we'll. So we now have the mass gravimetric detonation, which is great. It just drops like 4 circles around the room, or like around your immediate direction, just kind of bounces enemies around. Does some pretty damn decent anti-proton damage. And then we got the solar gateway, which again just puts it up there. So now we're running solar gateway, mass gravimetric detonation, and devouring nanite cloud as our, like, universal kits. And then we have the ambush and motion accelerator as our, like, kind of speed and damage bonus, which is just basic tactical kits, which is great. It will it will feed into the damage portion of it. So, and that's what we're running for right now. And then, of course, when the summer event gets here, I will definitely be running that, and Bob will end up with like Ball Lightning, the Ryzen kit. So I also bought this off the exchange, which was like dirt cheap, but you know, it's just to get us rolling for our kit module. So it can be done. If you like I said, your main focus should be always just to get the Nicole. If you're looking to just jump into elites, all you really need is tier 2 reputations, because then you'll get your you know, entry level ground reputations, right, for your traits. So all you really need is that, and then all you need is 3-piece Nicole. And I do highly recommend this Devouring Nanite Cloud, because it's another reflective, keep you alive, damage resistance rating, and it's also an offensive thing as well. So if you just basically run those in tandem with one another, you can jump right into the ground elites and get rolling, you know. And yeah, you're not going to be putting out like massive things. Seems I stopped rolling ambush. Seems I waste too much time using it with the right skill at the right time. Yeah, and it can be that way. And a lot of times, what I'll be honest is, like with ambush, is I try to save it for like boss fights and stuff, but I will often just click it because I'm just like, you know, not paying attention. But like, that's why I have it sitting here next to these. So like, if we get into a situation where there's a lot of enemies, or there's a good cooldown period or something like that, I will hit it and then I'll bust all these off. But like, you're right, it is kind of temperamental if you're not certain about the timing of using ambush. And I just like it because it's a huge bonus all damage. Like, you can't really pass that up, 175% at ambush 2. So but again, it is timing, it's all about that, and it's just knowing when to use it. But like when we were fighting the big boss on the last one, not this previous one, but the one before that, like I popped it and then I didn't have these other ones. All I had was the nanites, and then I had like target optics, which is again another thing that gives you all damage and everything, right? So if you just time this, you hit these two together at the right time, you can shell out some serious damage. But yeah. All right, what mark do we need next? We need something next. I think it's just Undine and possibly Delta, but definitely Undine. Which is the ground mission for Undine? Oh, I think it's Undine infiltration. Does this one even come up though? That's the question. I don't remember. Did it come up last week? I'd have to go back and watch the stream again, which I do. I do watch my streams. Kind of actually did give me a little bit of inspiration for doing this, like kind of push-up challenges, because like I know I can talk. Definitely know I can do that. And I try not to have a whole lot of silence throughout the stream. I love to conversate as much as possible. But I was like, what can I add to it to make it a little bit more of a challenge? Because sometimes just like playing STO, to be fair, you all are playing STO as well, right? Like, or at some point you're playing STO. So like, you're basically in a way, you're using it as like a, oh, okay, let's see what he's doing. Okay, I'm doing this kind of situation. And that's fine. But I was like, how else can I make this more fun and challenging? Oh, I know. I'll work out in the middle of playing every time I die. So, but I'll have to go back and watch the last stream to see if I got that spawn to pop, because I don't remember if Undine Infiltration ever spawns or not. I that might be one of it. After slotting the rest for the kit frame bonus. I only have 2 slots for meta kits after slotting the rest for the kit frame bonuses. Yes, for the Ryzen kit is what you're talking about, right? Because you need the 4. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I do the same thing on my science officer. I only have 2 slots, and I know for a fact that the Ryzen or the Devouring Nanite is one of them. But yeah, I have like the Ball Lightning, Flora's Lavas. What was the other ones? I don't even know them off the top of my head. But yeah, I do the same. It's like you only have 2 for whatever. Oh, and now I got the Agony distribution field. What's funny about my science officer, it just sits there and just drops everything and just stands around, and it will pull like 4,000 DPS like on the ground, like no problem. It just will just melt everything because like every kit that I'm using is technically like an overpowered broken kit, which I'm fine with. But it just cracks me up because I like the gameplay is so different between all my characters, and I like that. And I think that's one thing I love about STO is like there are some games. There's actually a lot of MMOs which you would be surprised to find out about, but there's a lot of MMOs that like once you build a character one way, you kind of build the characters mostly the same way. And if you think about something like Star Wars: The Old Republic, if you've ever played Star Wars: The Old Republic, you build a Jedi one way, your Jedi Knight's going to be the same, your Jedi Marauder or your Sentinel is going to be the same, your Sith Marauder is going to be the same, your Sith Juggernaut's going to be the same. Whereas in STO, yes, you have 3 different classes: Tac, Engineer, Science. But you can build all of them wildly different, both space and ground. And I think that's one strong thing that STO has is like, again, their space combat's on point, and their build the build complexity of this game, even though it's not really complex, it's actually quite simple on the skin surface of everything, especially now where the meta has shifted to this whole like console meta shit, which, you know, it works great for my science officer. I have no complaints about, but it's really neat because like no 2 characters are generally the same. You know, somebody might build this way or they use their console this way, and unless you're following like an actual like meta build guide or something, you really can differentiate yourself in any way, shape, or form. You can have one ground character set up this way, another ground character set up this way. It's just it's really cool, and I think it's one of the most interesting things about this game is there's so much available in here. I think the last count, and I could be wrong. I'm sure I'm wrong on this, so don't take this at my word. I think the last count was there was 350 obtainable ships in game. I think it might be more or it might be less, but I think it was 350. So if there's 350 different ships, and we're not talking like all the, you know, the small shuttlecrafts and everything else. There's probably even more to it than that. But they're talking about like ships just that you're flyable tier 5, tier 1 through tier 6. So there's like 350 of them. And if you had all of that with all the traits and all the consoles, I mean, there's a lot, you know. And some ships come with 3 consoles, some ships come with 1 console, some ships come with no consoles, you know. So it's like, people like the ground game, but it's so comical that it makes it respect. I that's the thing is like, I do believe that. Your ship roster is 540, and I have little to no one-time use ships. Okay, so there you go. This tune has every possible ship as far as I know. Yeah, so there you go. There you go. Yeah, that's what I said. I was probably wrong on my count. Like I said, last time I bothered to check was like 350. So yeah, it makes sense. It is 540. If you're looking at, let's just say, a conservative 550 to 600 ships in game that you can obtain, whether you're just playing the game, event ships, C-store ships, lockbox ships, promo ships, lobby ships, dilithium ships, fleet ships, right? Like that's the other thing. There's fleet ships with your fleet modules. There is so much build diversity that you can do with different bridge officer layouts, different abilities, what works with this console, what works with that console. Oh, this works with this trait. I mean, like, it is just insane. In the grand scheme of things, if Star Trek did anything right, was just the amount of like ways you can build on this game. Admiral D must be a nightmare to scroll through. Yeah, with 540, I imagine so. Well, to be fair, Tina, my main science on PC, they have like 93 ships on them, and that's about like granted, I didn't go and like grab every single ship. I grab a lot of stuff for like builds and stuff, right? But like again, 93 is still a nightmare. I can only imagine 540. And I think like on Xbox, I think Shatanya has something like 170 as well. So it's like, yeah, I can imagine 540 is just a wild amount. But that's, I mean, again, it's very cool to see, but it's just gives you an idea of like, if you ever think at one point, you have all the muds bundles. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's the other thing, right? You got muds bundles, and you got whatever new packs that Cryptic comes out with and says, "Hey, we're throwing all this stuff together. Come try this." I'm not sure we're gonna get an Undine queue. I don't think this one spawns, and that means that's another mark that we're gonna have to get elsewhere. But let's see if we can get our Delta one to spawn, which I know Bug Hunt's definitely spawns, so we can get Bug Hunt 100%. But I don't believe this one. I don't think anybody queues up for Undine Infiltration on Elite anyways. We've already... close. It is close. It is Shat Tanya. Yes. Yes. It is literally Shat Tanya. I have a thing with naming characters. Always have. As you know, we have T-Nut, which is literally their first name is Suckin to Nut. These are, again, Cryptic, don't get mad at me. You randomly generated the name T-Nut. I just got creative with the first part, so don't get mad at me. If you're gonna nerf my name, it's your fault. That's all I'm saying. I love you, Cryptic. Please don't take away my character's name. We do have one that's named Cammine, CHMINE, which was also a random generated name. So I added the last name Dickfit, and that's it. Can my dick fit? I just seem to get lucky with some names, and I just kind of put it together, and then other names I just throw in there because I'm just like, yeah, that's great. I've got a mind of a 12-year-old, so I'm gonna totally throw that name on there and see how long it lasts. But yeah. I'm trying to think. I got a whole list of different characters. Especially like on Xbox, like PC, we're getting back to building up my PC account. Like I said, it did take a back break when I switched over to console. Now I'm done with console because console is just, it's dead, unfortunately. At least on the Xbox, it's dead. I would be probably waiting 10 years to get into a queue at this point on Xbox, but I'm actually surprised Bug Hunt hasn't spawned. But again, like, it's just one of those. And let me take off this one. I know it's. I'm gonna make a Latin character like this. Oh, I love it. See, and that's what I'm saying. I love it. Me personally, like, and you can have a character and you can name it whatever you want. It's your character. And again, this is why I tell people it's really important that I always put this out there for anybody. It's your character. It's your time. It's your money. I will never dictate anything about how anybody should build, what they should do, whatever, because it's your account at the end of the day. So have fun with your own character names, make them whatever you want, whatever. I'm never going to judge anybody. I'm never going to sit there and be like, oh, well, why'd you do this? Why'd you build that? Because for me, that's what makes this game special. That's what makes any game really special, to be honest. It's like once you take ownership of that game or whatever the time and money you're putting into that game, it's you, the person is now the creator. You are now the one that's building that character. You are the one that's now controlling that character, and now you get to create something, and I want to see what you create. I want to see what your character's name is. If you come up to me and your name is like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like one of my other not safe for work, but like non-bannable names that I can say right now. But if you just came up to me with some random name and I got it and I looked at it and I just started dying laughing, right then and there, like you instantly just, bonded with me in that moment because I was just like, that is fantastic. I got where you were coming from. Holy crap, Undine Infiltration did spawn. I never ever seem to get this one to pop up because this one fails pretty easily. Oh well, hey Josh, you're in here. I have seen this one fail a lot because, like, right here at the entrance. We'll see what happens. But look at this. Look at this. Looking good with the tuxedo, all clean and everything. But yeah, that's why I say it's like, have fun, build your character, make your whatever you want to make, and then I just want to see it. I'm curious. It says a lot about a person who expresses themselves and does what they want to do versus somebody who doesn't know what they want to do and just yeah. Okay, you've got that one. Should I get this one? We gotta find the suspects. Let's see. Investigate clues. Has never served in the Bajorian militia. Okay. So they've never served in the Bajorian militia. I don't know if do we have enough?
Understand. What would you like to know?
Holland Jinyu has been cleared. Okay, so this won't take long.
At first, we thought there were 9, but then Benjamin Sisko found the
Never been in this one. Am I wrong in saying Vega is the worst ground map ever?
I guess that makes 11.
Okay, let's see. At first we thought there were 9, but then Benjamin Sisko found the orb of the emissary, and later the orb of possibility was located on. I don't know if we got the clue for this one or not. I'm gonna go back and look for clues because I didn't see it pop up. Let me see what I did not see it. I don't know if it's enough. You found a book of essays about the 11 orbs of prophet. There we go. Okay, yep. All right, we're good. We're good. That is correct.
At first, we thought
Okay, that sounds right. Next question. I suppose you call them that. If you get technical, they are non-corporeal demons. I prefer to think of them as our spirits. They are they watch over everything we do.
I prefer to think of them as our spiritual teachers. They are of Bajor.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm not paying attention to clues. Let me go check this one over here. Hold on. It is. Okay. Let's kill you guys. Yeah, you can hit me all you want. You gonna feel that. I promise you that. Get out of my freaking. Somebody. See. This is why I don't like this one, because if you do have to be kind of coordinated, and you do have to like follow the clues, right? But like if somebody messes up one time, that's the end of it. And so that's why I didn't want to go and answer that. I have seen this happen so many times with this one, and that's why I said like usually it doesn't even spawn, because like people know like you're not gonna get this one done. So unfortunately, we're not getting this one done. It's fine. It is what it is. Vega Underground. I'm trying to remember which that one is. I did read your question. I'm just trying to remember which one it is off the top of my head. Apparently, I'm not going to get into another queue. There we go. It's not on the elite cycle. Not a good. Yeah. No, that one is just like, it's hard to do if somebody is not paying attention, or they just not reading the clues. And that's why I said like I wanted to back off, because I was reading chat and I wasn't seeing the clues on the right hand side, but I did get my 2 clues that I did get. I got them correctly, but then I backed off because I was like, yeah, let me go and fight the Undine since I'm talking to y'all. Yeah, so I don't know how we're gonna do that one. We're gonna do Bug Hunt for sure. Bug Hunt will be okay with. That one does have a fail mechanic at the end if you don't keep what's his name alive. But yeah, I mean, we should be able to. Borg map with lots of running up and down. Never seen it finish. Oh yeah, no, that one's easy. Here's the thing, I know which one you're talking about now. Here's the thing, if somebody doesn't know the control room and doesn't know how to do the control room, when they have to listen. They have to listen for the call out, right? So if it says, enemies detected by, node alpha 1, right? The person in the control room has the option to hit select alpha and then choose 1, 2, or 3. And all they have to do is choose the right one. It's usually smooth if somebody has done it before and knows it, but I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yeah, that one's not too bad. I mean, I've had bad experiences in there. Absolutely. I've had 4 people go inside the control room and not know what to do while I was the only one on the outside. I'm like, I guess I'll just go to every single node by itself and like hopefully get it done. So it does happen. But yeah, it is. I can understand the frustration with that map. I can 100% understand the frustration with that map. I have, I won't discount your experiences from it because, like I said, it's actually that's I don't even think there's not an elite version of that one, is there? I think that one only is now on normal, or is it Into the Hive? Is it Into the Hive? It might be this one. I honestly don't remember the names of the Borg maps. I just know what they are. Like, you've done it enough, you know what they are, but I forget. I'm not good with names when it comes to, like, whatever. I'm just like, yeah, go to this one. And then, like, when I'm doing the YouTube videos and I have to give, like, information, I will kid you all not. I've just put this out here, so it's just 100% transparent. I will have to go and, like, pull up my mission journal or something to look up the name of something because, like, I will know how I obtained the item. And I'll be like, yeah, it's in that one mission, but, you know, there's like 900 missions that you've done plus in your lifetime on here. And so I will forget, like, oh, yeah, this comes from Home Mission or this comes from Stormfront or whatever. So I will, like, before I go and do the video, I'll log into a character and I'll go through here and I'll go, which one was it at? Oh, yeah, I got them right here. I got the nanite thing from Scorpion's Abyss, right? So, like, it's just... when y'all say, oh, have you ran this or something, I will tell you first and foremost. I'd be like, maybe. I probably have. There's not a lot of content that I can say I have not run on this game, but I might have a hard time knowing what it is until I have to, like, really think about it or, like, look it up. I don't even know why I dropped all that. y'all are just destroying everything. I'm just here. Oh no, I had a reason. See, I knew that was gonna happen. There was a time, and there was a good time in my STO career where I spent, I would say I spent about 4 to 5 years sitting inside of Karat and never leaving it. I never left Karat for about 4 to 5 years because I was, like, into the PvP scene that much. And then, of course, you know, as the power creep and just, like, everything just kept scaling up to the point where now everybody's just practically invulnerable, it just kind of became pointless. And I got out of the PvP scene because I just don't see it getting fixed and coming back. So, but yeah, there was a point where I just never left Karat. I would do, like, maybe an endeavor or two on a different character, but my main character, I just sat in Karat all day, every day. And if you don't know what Karat is because you are a new player and haven't got to experience it, it is one of the only open space maps in the game that pretty much all the PvP outside the PvP queues during the endeavors take place at. And then there is a ground zone outside of Kronos as well that's kind of the same deal for ground PvP. But again, like, they're pretty much dead now. There are some select times where people can go in and find some PvP. But do I recommend it? Not in the state of the game right now. Again, do what you want to do if you want to go and see what it's all about. But you're just going to run across players that are just extremely well geared, have dropped immense amounts of money on this game. And, you know, that's fine. You know, you do what you want to do. What I'm saying is if you are not, your PvE gear will not cut it in PvP. It just won't. At least in good, steady PvP, it won't. Let's set those out, talk to you, get you rolling. There you go. Go, everything. Yeah. Let's drop some bombs. I guess I could actually hit my ambush kit here, and now I can put this gateway up here and it can do some damage. Yay. Oh my goodness. Are we really already at 11:30 at night? Wow. Okay, I tell you what. We're going to finish this one up. We're going to switch to the main account. I want to show you guys the May the 4th theme build that I did. I'll pull it up after this. We'll do one run with it so you guys can see all the lightning. It is literally called the USS Papa Palpatine, and that is our Star Wars theme build. I will show it on stream after this run, and it's kind of funny. Just it's funny in the aspect of like I put a lot of lightning consoles on this. Let's see, we got Subatomic Cascade on there. We got Akar's Revenge. We got, I think we had the VHF console on there. We got a lot of lightning consoles on there, but like I also mixed it up with a little bit of EPG consoles and you know, our cooldown refresh stuff, right? So it is like somewhat like in the aspect of the meta cooldowns, but that's it. That's the only thing that is. Everything else is just all lightning. Because I was like, it's Star Wars Day, right? So like, how the hell do we build something for that? And I just thought, oh, hey, Emperor Palpatine and lightning and all that good stuff, right? So that's kind of the idea. All right, let's see if we can't. Danvers, you better not freaking die on this. I can't believe we're gonna come. We're almost at the end of stream, man. That's wild. The time has flown. Where is Danvers at? I don't even see him. There's that agony field. I love it. Keep this up. Keep the gateways up. There we go. Yep, we're good. We're golden. You. No, I think I'm going to do something else too. I'm going to make it a little bit more interactive for y'all, especially those of you that have been just killing it here in chat with me. I am going to, I think maybe for tomorrow's stream, set up like a voting thing as far as like, you know, we maybe make some of my death punishments more interactive with y'all. And what was I looking for? Delta marks. Man, this is going to bite. So tomorrow, what we're going to do is take the event and use it for the Undine marks, because I don't see us getting Undine marks any other way. But that's fine. We got enough for tonight. So we just need to know that tomorrow we're going to make sure we get the Undine marks for our reputation. That's the only one that's going to be here. Or we might get lucky off of our Endeavor boxes. But like I did say, because the event ends before I stream tomorrow for the Endeavors, I will already have the Endeavors knocked out before I jump on stream. So I'm just putting that out there right now, just so you all are aware, because I want to get the last bit of that double Endeavor rank, right? So that'll already be taken care of before I jump on stream, and that's the only thing that'll be taken care of. And we'll make sure that, you know, we stay accountable with the account as far as like everything we're doing. So. All right, we're gonna jump over to the main account, and we're gonna spend the last half hour playing around with our Star Wars theme build. But I think Bob had a very successful night once again. Joshua McCurry, I appreciate your help. I know you queued up the ground missions with us, so and then you know we got that kit module from you, which you know greatly appreciate that. But we're gonna jump over to the main account, and we're gonna play around with Papa Palpatine. We should be pretty good on expertise for tomorrow. We got stuff slotted to give us expertise. So I think Bob is set for tonight. Rank 976. Very nice. Yeah, that's why I said, like, it's just important that I take advantage of it as much as possible. Because this is the second time that they've done this. The first time was back in November. And this is the second time they've done this. And I'm hoping it becomes more or less a regular thing, if not just a permanent thing. Like, it's kind of weird. And I was thinking about this earlier today when I was making the video about the Admiralty event coming, right? And I was thinking about this. I was like, why is this stuff, like, we get so excited about it, but why is this just not like basic stuff that should be in the game already? Like, Endeavors are so damn hard as it is, especially if you're like a new player like Bob. If you're a new player like Bob is, you're so far behind the game. There's 1,250 Endeavor ranks. And why is it just not a thing to where, you know, we Endeavor bonus pools would be a good dilithium thing. Yeah, see? Yeah. Something, you know, like, well, they should do something like this more continuous, or even like, you know, what Josh was saying here is give us a way to sync more of our dilithium and stuff, right? Just so we can have it. Okay, so this is Palpatine, and I try to throw as much lightning consoles as I have. The only one that I don't have, which I think would increase the damage even more, and I'm debating on choosing it as my reward this year, is the Constitution 3 console that gives it like a bonus 40% to electric damage. That is the only lightning console I do not have. So I'm kind of iffy about just picking up that ship for that reason. The only reason I don't have that ship is because I main a science officer that loves, you know, anomalies and stuff. So I don't really have a need for the Connie 3 on here, but I still might get it regardless. So we'll just kind of do a quick rundown of it. So basically, we do still have our subspace fracture tunneling field, help with cooldowns for the lightning, and we run in decentralized immunity for the crit severity, and it does just a little bit of immunity shield, but that crit severity is nice to have with exotic particle generators. 25% flat is just great. Now comes the lightning, right? So we got cascading subatomic disruptions. This is lightning. Then we have mycelial spore burst, which is lightning. We also got the cutting tractor beam to add that extra damage from all these universal consoles. We have Akar's Vengeance, which is lightning. We are using the Dragon's Blood Flame Reactor because this also gives 20% bonus electrical damage, right? So yes, it's fire, but again, we've got to increase lightning plus, you know, whatever. And then we have our EPG consoles that are just boosting that electrical even more. We have sensor burnout, which is like more electrical. I don't know how I feel about this fusion cutting beam off price. This is the one that I would flex out if I had the Constitution 3 console. I would flex this out in a heartbeat, and that's where this would go. But for now, it's just, you know, more EPG and crit severity, so whatever. Then we have isometric charge, and then whole image refractors as a flat 20% damage. I am running Revolutionary 3-piece on here until tomorrow. And the reason I'm saying that is until tomorrow, I will have the Tholian Warp Core finally on this account. And that is because we're getting the mud cell for it. So I will have it on here. I'm going to switch out the Warp Core for the Tholian tomorrow. But for now, we're going to run Revolutionary because of the theme of this is lightning. And with the Revolutionary set, you do get that like rift that opens up and it kind of looks lightning-ish, even though it's physical damage. But again, lightning is the theme. And so yeah, that's the USS Papa Palpatine. I'll go take this into a TFO real quick and show you guys it. Even though it's not meta at all, it will hold up decent. I mean, it's not gonna, I would be surprised if it breaks any more than like 500k at that, but still, it's just a fun build. That's all it is. It's just a fun build. So, and this is my May the 4th be with you build is what I'm calling it. So I did my thing for Star Trek Day, and then I'll show you guys the traits too after this. I just need to get my combat log running. All right, combat log up. Bring up the light parser. There's that on the screen. Live parser. Here we go. All right. So let's go see what we can jump into ISE and inspect the space, and then we will see what we can do with it. It's just, like I said, it's just a fun whatever. Doesn't have to infect a conduit. But it's kind of neat because like I'm not using any of the proton consoles and stuff. I gotta pick up all that stuff. What was I looking for? I was looking for something, but I don't know what I was looking for. Oh yeah, the traits. The traits are pretty similar to what I was already running, but I am running improved photonic officer, bonus exotic damage, spore infused anomalies, of course, more electrical damage. Then threaded particle generators because, well, science intel ability is just more EPG, right? Weaponized exotic particles. Now, the funny thing is, I'm going to go over this real quick. So I could get more lightning damage out of these two, which is, you notice they're not upgraded or whatsoever. I just kind of pulled these off of a ship that I had, but this is from Lucari rep, right? Yeah, Lucari rep. Now, these have a lightning proc on them if you use beam overload and cannon rapid fire. I am not using either of those two. So I could get more lightning out of it. The only reason I chose not to is because I am trying to proc resonance charge as much as possible, which comes off the Omnipavin. So I opted for, fire at will and scatter volley, right? But again, like if I wanted more lightning, these two would do it. If you want to go that route, by all means. I'm just letting you know. That's the only reason why they're slotted there. Was the idea at first, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna get enough damage out of it. Even though it's a theme build, that's just why I did that. But all right, next trait is universal designs, because of course universal consoles, crit chance, crit severity, and then 5 magics because bonus damage to electric damage. Then we got the harmonic distribution. EPG, cool down our consoles even more. And like I said, then we had improved photonic officer. Personal space traits is pretty much the exact same as the Grawl. I'm still kind of flexing 2 of them in and out, but just a quick rundown is adaptive offense. Context is for kings. Enlightened. This harmonic shield linkage is literally kind of like there for harmonic distribution. And it does work and it doesn't. It just depends on like where you're around your allies and whatnot. So like, again, that's just kind of why I have it there. But it's another flex spot that if you're taking care of your shields, it's not going to really matter anyways. So Boimler effect is there. Cooldown reduction. Sometimes, depending on which ship I'm running in, I don't run Boimler because of the fact that I have either a Borg duty officer and I have enough cooldowns on X, Y, and Z, like a console or something like that. So again, that's another flex spot. Unconventional system is always a must-have, especially if you're running a bunch of control abilities like we are. So there's that. Fleet coordinator, bonus all damage. Terran targeting systems, crit severity. Superior astrophysicist, just more EPG, kind of another flex spot again, but just throwing that there just because, yeah. And then last but not least is particle manipulator. And once again, this is my Vulcan themed science officer, not my Romulan alien tac. So I don't have the extra personal trait slot, but this is still my main because I absolutely love having a Vulcan science officer. So that's just all there is to it. But yeah. That's pretty much it. That's the build in a nutshell. And it's not a complicated build. It's actually not too terribly expensive. So, okay, hold on. The mirror angle console's expensive. Okay, it's halfway expensive. It's not as expensive as the Grawl build was, but it's still like, but it's a fun build. And of course, we're still running Lorca's 2-piece, more crit chance, crit severity. I'm only running the Pavin 2-piece here because I had nothing else to slot. Most of my science ships don't ever run anything back here other than like the Black Ops mine launcher and the this at the at the most. So like having a 4-3 layout, I was like, I don't know what to put here. And then like on the Arc Royal, I run the gravimetric 2-piece in this place. So I have like the gravimetric proton weapon back here, and then these two. But I'm not running the gravimetric torpedo here, so I didn't know what to put. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I have it. I might as well just throw it on there. So there's no real reason for me to have this here other than that. Yeah, that's it. It's a very simplistic build, and it's just all lightning based. And I did it in the crossfield because it is a Miracle Worker science ship. It did give me an extra console slot to just throw more consoles in, and plus the crossfield science spearhead refit is one of the top 5 best science vessels out there. I love this ship, and I say that about the Ark Royal, or I say that about the Vern, but this is another one that's in those like top tier science vessels. So if you ever get your hands on this ship and you're a science captain that loves exotic damage, definitely, yeah, this is one of them. Keep it. There's a lot of build diversity with this ship. Your station layout, you have a lieutenant commander universal station, you have a lieutenant command universal station, and then you have Commander Science, Miracle Worker, Instant Engine, and Lieutenant Commander Tactical. So these you can flex out for a lot of different things, but I'm running it in this setup because I need control abilities to proc uncon and everything else. So it's the way that made sense to me, and the only engineer ability that made sense is to have emergency powered engines for our evasive maneuvers. So yeah. Is the angle console good outside EPG? So subatomic disruptions outside of EPG. Oops. I was trying to pull up the stats and I accidentally messed that up. So not really. I mean, it gives a flatline EPG value and a 1.9 auxiliary power setting. And then its main thing is a chain to multiple enemies. So outside of it, I would never run this. Like, I wouldn't run this on a beam boat. I don't see the benefit to it. There's not a reason why I can think of it, but the mirror angle is technically the meta top tier beam ship in the game right now, currently. And that's because of its layout and whatnot. So like having the ship itself is fantastic, but the console is oddly for that ship an EPG console. So I don't really understand the design choice for that, but I mean, maybe there's a reason. I just don't know what it is. But yeah, otherwise, no, it's not. Angle console is only good for a science vessel. But you know what? There are a lot of consoles like that throughout the game. There are some ships that have come with consoles, and you're just like, but why? You know, like, what is you gave me an escort and it's got this tanky console on here. Like, am I going to tank in an escort? Is that what your guys' ideal was when you made this? So I don't know. You'll find that to be a common theme across the game. All right. Let's see. So as long as we don't get some of our top super tier damage, we probably will, but it doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, like, some of our top damage dealing players in the game right now, we might be able to do a little bit of damage. But if somebody comes in and just wrecks this at like 2+ million DPS, we are not touching nothing. Because that's the thing too, is like EPG, I feel like falls a little bit behind now with the new quote unquote meta, because beams and everything else that triggers off of beams and all the procs and everything react quicker than building up EPG damage, if that makes sense. So a lot of stuff that's EPG related, like your plasma wave consoles or your gravity wells or everything else, they're all ticking damage abilities. So they do lack in the aspect of somebody who's firing off just constant beams and constant procs and constant this. Like for every 0.1 second that damage is being done, your science officer is behind by like 0.4 seconds, if that makes any kind of sense whatsoever. But it's true. That's just how it is. So and you just kind of have to deal with that, you know. All right, let's bring out our Kobayashi. Give me some buffs, and then we'll hit this. We'll give ourselves some bonus all damage and everything and our science stuff, and then we'll go drop sciencey bullshit on all this, and we'll see. I am Lord Titanius right there. Don't ask me what I was thinking when I made this account back in 2011. I have no idea where that name came from. Like I said, I did start a year after the game was released, so I'm an oldie on this one, and I just haven't been able to change the @ handle. But that's who we are. Oh my gosh, I am so misclicking and messing up already. Okay, well, that's fine. We will start shooting off our stuff, and then you'll just kind of see there's all the electrical damage, and it's already pulling like 600k on our opener, which isn't terrible for, again, non-meta, non-whatever. This is just Papa Palpatine's. If he was a lightning Sith Lord, right, then this is how I imagine him doing it. Oh yeah, and we are dropping some big ass riffs over here. But you know, it's just fun. That's all it is. It's just fun. And I like to build a lot more like fun themed builds than anything else. I will probably come up with something, you know, for, I don't know, just off the top of my head, like if there was something that they had for going back in time or something, right? Come to make a Back to the Future build or whatever. Like, I'd probably do that. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I don't like about that stupid console is, like, I tend to like rubber band and bug out a lot. It's kind of annoying. We almost died on that one. To be fair, I'm like half-ass doing this. It's a lot different too. I don't know if anybody else does or does not stream, but like if you do, how often do you find yourself that's like you're I guess I should probably destroy all that, huh? But like you're not able to focus because you're trying to focus on your chat or something, or you're just like talking and whatever. I guarantee you, like that's probably most streamers' experiences is like you cannot almost do two things at once sometimes. Like you can to a certain degree, but like I guarantee you most streamers perform better off of stream than they do on the stream. Unless like you just have the mind of a freaking, I don't know, Einstein, I guess. Like I don't. I'm kind of derm. But yeah, see, like I said, this build would never ever cut it in the, well, I mean it will cut it in elites, but it will never cut it in like, you know, top tier meta. Get in there and blow everything up so quickly that, you know, y'all don't have to think about shit, turn your brains off. That'll never be this one. But it is a lot of fun to come up with stuff like this. We've gone and done like a mine build that was somehow able to like drop enough mines at the entrance, and then we relocated them and they all busted out for like 700,000 damage at first, but then like the rest of the TFO, nothing. Like, that's a bad thing about mine builds is like you really, it's such a specific thing. Oh no, what are we missing? How did a sphere get all the way up here? Bruh, you're killing me. Oh well. But there you have it. You know, not a meta build at all. I bought the Kobayashi and found that it's not for the account. Guess it was too cheap. Yeah, so there's two Kobayashi Marus right now. There's the Muds Market version that is for the whole account, and you have to wait for that one to go on sale if you want to pay, I think, like 25 bucks for it or whatever. And then you have the one that they just dropped because of the Gamma recruit deal situation, where it's 15 bucks, but it's only for one character. So yeah, there is definitely two versions of that. And I can see if anybody is just like Googling it or, you know, new to whatever, and they just say, oh, I need a Kobayashi Maru, and they see it. Yeah, I can see how that can be quite frustrating if you got it and that was it, you know, the freebie account one. So, oh, what happened to my stream? I did not mean to do that just yet. We're almost there. We are almost to the end of the stream, but I don't know what happened. I hit the wrong button. No, we're not going to go there. So, like I said, if you're looking for some kind of Star Wars themed, you know, whatever, celebrate it. If you're like a player that likes to build theme ships, this is just another idea, another one that I just kind of randomly put together. Thought, okay, you know, who would do it and how would it be done, and I went with Emperor Palpatine. So that is the USS Papa Palpatine, which bonus points if you know where the Papa Palpatine comes from. Just curious if anybody actually knows, but yeah, it's all good. I don't build my alts way bad use of fun. I am very centric, and that's why I say like this is my main character, and it is expensive to branch out to other characters. However, your other characters can be built mostly by account unlock stuff, but it's when you're having to get into the niche of things. So let me explain. Let me show you what I mean. Everybody knows currently right now on PC, Robot Chicken, Ponder Man. Yes. They knew. I love it. Everybody knows harmonic distribution comes from the Ethereum Harmony. It is currently 1.1 billion EC on the exchange. I, in fact, bought it, and I bought it after the stream a couple of weeks ago, and we were building up the EC for it. So I bought it for this character, 1.1 billion. The only way you can get it right now currently is either by gambling or buying it off the exchange. our Romulan alien tack, who is unfortunately like lacking behind because of the fact that I just don't have a lot of time to build another character, also has harmonic distribution on here. What's an aluminum falcon? Yeah. what what's an aluminum falcon? Yeah. But again, you know, so this is what I mean, is like, yes, it's super expensive in the aspect of like, if you're building bulk characters and you're trying to get them to do whatever. So it's always good like that you have a centric main character and you stick that one out, because if you don't have the time or the funds, which eventually, here's the thing too, eventually, and I do say this and it does ring true, eventually you will start to gain almost quote unquote everything the more time you put into the game, right? You will get ships, you will do the yearly events, you will get your C store unlocks, you will get your, you know, whatever you'll do, like I said, the events, right? So you'll get your noble intel across the whole account, you'll get your Rising Summer vessel all across the account, you'll get your Q's Winter Wonderland across the whole account. So you will get this stuff. That being said, is their other premium stuff is where it becomes the pricing issue, and it's how you navigate that. It's how you, okay, I can sell this or do this, or I can, hey, I got an extra $100 on this paycheck. I might, you know, I might throw it on STO. Like, I hate that I have to pay $100 for it, but you know what? It is what it is. That's what I can afford to pay, so that's what I'm going to do. And that's just like, that's kind of the game in a nutshell. It's like, you got to kind of pick and choose your battles. So I always tell people, it's like, get yourself solidified with like that one main character. And then when you decide, like, you can branch out to other characters and whatnot, like do it in bits and pieces, right? Because like, you're going to find that you're going to get a lot of stuff that's kind of meta-ish and whatnot, like across your whole account, right? Like broadside beam support or entwined tactical matrices. Like, I have this all account unlocked, and these are traits that are going to hold up for quite some time, you know, until like the next big thing comes around or whatever, right? So like, you will find that's going to be the case. It's just a matter of like, which ones do you need that are super freaking premium that you're not going to have, and that's where it comes down to. But yeah, so like I said, it gets expensive, and you're absolutely right. I always say, find your main character. I wish I had made this character first, but back when I started in 2011, my original character isn't even on this account anymore. He was so jacked and far behind that I just deleted him, and I had made my science officer before I had made my Romulan alien, and it's okay that I did it that way. I just wish I would have stuck this one out more, because of the fact that like, I get more damage output from this character by far. It's just not even comparable at that point. Like, it's like, but the reason why I don't stick this out is because like, the amount of stuff that I've obtained would take me so long to do over again, that I just don't want to do it. And after you've made 4 Star Trek Online accounts, including the free-to-play account that we're working on for the giveaway, it gets a little repetitive after a while. And it's not that I'm like complaining about the repetition. That's how all MMOs are. There's a lot of repetition in MMOs. But the thing is like, it just gets to a point where it's like, I've done that, I don't want to do it again. And then I'll sit there and like 4 months down the road go, you know what? I've already done it. Might as well just do it again. Like, it's just, that's how the game rolls. You just get to that point and you're like, okay, fine, screw it. I'm gonna get this ship. I'm tired of not having it, you know. So I'm gonna grab all these rewards. Oh yeah, look at this. Because I was, you know, working on this character in the background, and like I said, this is just one of those that was like, it's just been sitting here, unfortunately. I don't even know how long it had all that XP, but fine. I needed all these. So yeah, we're closing out here in the last 5 minutes, but like I said, what I would like to do is, if y'all know any other streamers, I'm sure y'all do. I know I'm not the only streamer. But if you know that they stream on Twitch and YouTube, and you have any kind of good rapport with them or whatever, if you don't mind, just ask them if they've ever come across the problem to where their dual stream is just crashing without notifying them at all. Because as of tonight, we've only been able to stream on YouTube. And last week, we were able to stream on both platforms consistently fine. And I just need to know if it's just something between my ISP and YouTube and Twitch, or if it's something else. If there's something else that I'm missing, and I would like to find that out, because I don't want to alienate my Twitch audience at all. But that being said, YouTubers, you're kind of the best. I'm just, don't let them know that I said that. They'd have to come over to watch this stream anyways. So, those of you from Twitch that come over to watch this stream, you might as well just sub over to YouTube. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. But guys, I had a lot of fun tonight, and I did get to do some push-ups out of it all. And once again, Bob is just kind of on that grind, right? He's just on that grind of like, let's do marks and reputations and endeavors and everything else. So Troy coming in right at the end of the stream. What's up, buddy? But yeah, so like I said, I think we're gonna keep that up, and I'm gonna figure out like a polling option. I'll let you guys start kind of choosing. Hey, Spicy, he died, right? He died, and now he's got to do, no, not 10 push-ups. No, he needs to do like 20 crunches or something like that. I don't know. The reason I want that is, one, I want you all to be involved too, but secondly, that's likely a great question. So he's the veteran STO streamer. Yeah, I know he's been around for quite some time. And I'm just saying, like, it's just something I need to know on my end of things. But yeah, but like I said, I want to get you all more involved. I also need to figure out some other things that we can do as a community. I know some of you play on PlayStation. I know some of you play on PC, and some of you play on Xbox, which is great. We hit the target for all 3 platforms, but at the same time, it's like, I'd like to, you guys have helped grow this channel a lot in the last month. But yeah, you guys have helped grow this channel immensely, which is crazy. The stats are just every day. So I'm either doing something half-ass right, or doing something at least enough to bring some people around. So I'm very happy about that. And but it's midnight. We're gonna call it here, and we will be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard until midnight. And like I said, thank you all again. Joshua, Ponderman, Epoch, Troy coming in late. I think we had Jericho in here as well, right? Yeah. So we had quite a few of you that stopped by tonight, and I do appreciate you all. And I will be back tomorrow, and we're gonna close out the week with just more grinding. And then you guys also feel free to leave me any kind of thoughts, suggestions, anything you guys want to maybe see in the future, or like have me try and tackle. I'm always open for challenges as well. So it's like not just doing a new player experience, but anything you can think of that could be potentially challenging, or you'd like to see if it could be done, or anything like that. I mean, leave me a comment, let me know, and we'll try and make it happen, because that's part of the joy. It's not just it's not just what I want to do, because at the same time, it's like kind of like, what can we all do? What can we all accomplish? What can we see that can happen? And that's kind of the way I like to tackle things. So, GG, thanks for the hangout, Cap. Anytime. So we will be here tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until midnight. And until I see you all or don't see you, take care. I am Captain Spicy Pants. Have a good night, everybody.